YouTube and on TikTok, streaming in both places at once. I'll be interacting with the chat, so sometimes I'll be answering questions that have been asked in the chat on both TikTok and on YouTube, and I will instruct where those are from. Sometimes, it gets a little confusing if you answering different ones, but if you're here, welcome, and be sure to subscribe and be part of my community online. I have a profile on TikTok, and I have a channel on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe and continue to follow me. And what I do is these now videos is basically what I've got going on for me. So if you want to watch some videos too, you can go and check out my videos. Feel free to like and share. I gotta turn on a light. Okay, there we go. Now, I did forget to do that before I started streaming, but now that I've done it, I can just be right here with you. So we are now streaming live on both TikTok and on YouTube, and tonight I'm going to cook some dinner, eat some dinner, and, etc. There'll be some other things that we do. I'll just hang out with you if you want to hang out with me. So, welcome to the live stream. I'm here for you. And we just started cooking up some chicken. That's what I really feel like. I also gotta give me 1 second. Sunday. I'm here with you and you're here with me, but I am a little distracted. Give me 1 more second before I get the stream my full attention. Just double checking some things. Making sure I posted some of this other stuff. I'll be posting another video tonight as well, another cooking video, but right now we're going to be cooking some dinner together. If you want to cook with me, I'll be cooking so we can cook together. We'll be making some chicken tonight. Some chicken with some potatoes, and I bought some vegetables that I would like to eat as well. So if you're just tuning in, I'll be starting up in just a second, but we're going to cook dinner, and it's nice that you're here with me. We're going to have some fun. I will try my best to keep an eye on the chat and answer questions. I try to throughout my stream, but sometimes I miss a thing here or there, and then I focus on what I'm doing, because I like to do tasks while I live stream. I don't just like to look straight at the camera. I like to do a bunch of different things. So tonight we'll cook, and then we'll eat, and then we'll go outside and we'll hang on the shed or something. We'll do something else. Regardless, it's nice to have you here. Thanks for coming in, guys. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see all you other people too, and I'm happy that you're here. Hopefully, you'll be entertained because we'll be cooking some chicken tonight. Now I'm ready to go. I had this in some cold water. Well, it wasn't some hot water. Hot water turned cold because I defrosted this chicken today. I'm going to make 2 pieces of, I think it's skinless breast. Well, there's too much water dripping. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be good for that. So now we're starting up this process. I'm actually going to figure out how I want to do this. So I'm going to do the chicken. I want to do some potatoes, some garden herb potatoes. And those potatoes, they're washed and ready. It says you can microwave them in 5 minutes. But hey, I feel like I could put that in the oven and make them crispy potatoes, which sounds a lot better to me, so I'm going to do that probably. Right? That makes sense. All right, so I'm going to this tray right here. This tray will be used for some potatoes. I got my cutting board for cutting up some broccoli. I'm sorry, I really like broccoli. I'm going to cut some broccoli tonight. Gonna have to make some little. I had some cheese from last night. I want to use this creamy Alfredo sauce to marinate my chicken. Now I know you're thinking that probably isn't going to work very well. You don't know that. It might now. I don't know. I've never done it before. But I need to grab one of my pans. But this is my Lazy Susan as well. Look at these things. This one's in the corner. It's great to have a Lazy Susan. If you don't have a Lazy Susan, you should probably get yourself one. I mean, it's a great place to store. Perfect. We'll use this pan. But it's a great place to store pots and pans. Just makes it easier to grab them. To see which ones you got. Hey, welcome. We're going to be cooking tonight. It's nice to see you here. Hi, I see all the people on YouTube that have tuned in. I'm streaming live on YouTube and on TikTok at the same time. I see people are jumping in here as well. It's nice to see people are here, and thanks for the likes. Feel free to follow and be part of my online community, and check out some of my other videos. But right now, we are cooking together. So if you're just tuning in, it's going to be some cooking, some eating dinner, and etc. So that's what's going on right here. And if you want to watch me and be a part of this with me, you can do it together. You can cook together if you want. You just have to set up your own food in your own kitchen, and you can cook together at the same time. Now, I also have to marinate the chicken, which I just realized I didn't really do. So we're going to have to wait like at least 5 minutes. I got a lot of energy, and I hope you do too. I'll calm down more as time goes on, but oh, that's a big piece too. Look at that. That's a nice piece of chicken. Okay. I need to start having a trash can closer to me while I'm doing this. Now, I do want to do this. I don't know if it's a great idea, but we're going to just try it. I'm first going to get myself one of them spoons. Now, it doesn't really smell like it's expired, and it says it doesn't expire until 2025. This is creamy Alfredo sauce, but I opened it like a month ago. But I think I'm going to stir this up, and I think I'm going to pour the creamy Alfredo sauce on top of the chicken and marinate the chicken with creamy Alfredo sauce. Because I really do actually love Alfredo sauce, and I love chicken. So mixing those two together, that sounds like a great idea to me. And this is also a first time for me with cooking with the creamy Alfredo sauce on meats. I've only used this on, well, pasta, to be honest. And today, we're just trying something different. So it's also about trying new things. If you're cooking at home, maybe you should try something different as well. I'm not reading the comments so much, but I hope people are being civil and nice to each other. It's nice to see you. If you normally are here, I appreciate you being here. I'll check the comments soon. I normally like to interact, but right now we're focusing on just cooking this chicken, but we're actually not really cooking it yet. We're marinating it. I've marinated it with some Alfredo sauce. Never done that before. This is the first time for me. So we've got the Alfredo sauce, and then I'm going to use... Do I want to use lemon pepper? I usually want to use lemon pepper on everything. I don't know how you feel about lemon pepper, but lemon pepper is a great thing to have. Oh, it's a great thing to have when you're cooking. Definitely something that I like to use. Now we're going to switch back on over to this salt and pepper and garlic. This is the salt and pepper garlic that I would like to use with marinating the chicken. I poured quite a bit on. Now I'm going to give you more of a closer look. Now this is what the chicken looks like right now. We've got some salts and some peppers and some creamy Alfredo sauce on there. Now the creamy Alfredo sauce and the salt and peppers are just going to be rubbed in ever so lightly, but I'm just going to let it sit for at least 10 minutes. Yeah, and try to get it to taste that good, because, you know, you got to marinate things if you want them to taste well. That's why sometimes when you're cooking, it doesn't really churn out very well, because you either didn't marinate long enough or you didn't marinate at all. Some people don't marinate at all. My dad taught me how to cook, kind of, but he didn't really marinate things. So, or he kind of did, but he really didn't. He did when it was specific things, and he was like taught to do it that way, apparently. I'm not really sure. But we've got the chicken, which in order to make sure it marinates for a good amount of time, we're just going to set one of those handy-dandy timers. Yeah, those handy-dandy timers. Now we've got a 10-minute timer now underway. Now, if you're just tuning in, welcome to my stream. I'm cooking dinner, eating dinner, and etc. I'm live on YouTube and on TikTok. Feel free to follow me in all those places, watch my videos. I'm also on Instagram. I go by Benjamin Mugarichan on pretty much everything. On TikTok, it's Benjamin.Mugarichan, but on everything else, it's just Benjamin Mugarichan. So thank you for tuning in and being part of the live stream. This is me cooking dinner with maybe you. If you want to cook dinner, you can cook dinner with me too, and we can cook dinner together. I appreciate the likes and all the people jumping in. I'll try to get over to the comments section and read some comments in a little while, but I want to focus on what I'm doing. I normally do get around to it, so if you throw things down there and you're just typing out stuff and asking me questions, just keep asking me questions, and I'll get around to it. I'll read through them, and if you really, really want me to answer a question, then just ask that question every, 5 minutes or something. I don't know. Really, whatever makes you feel good. But we've got ourselves quite a bit to cook tonight.
Not really, but I am really excited because I get broccoli tonight. I haven't had broccoli in a while and I really miss it. Everyone has those vegetables that they love. I really love broccoli and peas, green peas. Those are my two favorite types of vegetables. If you have a favorite type of vegetable, you can throw that in the chat too. I'm sure people will be civil and nice to each other in the chat, so you guys can have conversations that don't involve me if you really want to. I'm sure that that's healthy. And when it comes to mentioning what type of vegetables you like, I'd just like to know in general too, so I'll just read that back anyways. Now, where is knives? Sometimes when I'm filming myself, I feel like I don't look here because I don't know where things are sometimes. But I do know it. I know exactly where they are. But since I'm talking to you, and I'm treating a two-camera setup as if it's a real person, sometimes I get real distracted and real excited. It's strange how it works because I'm playing off of my energy, and my energy can get really intense, and I have to bring it down a notch on myself because if I'm playing back with my own energy, it loops. And it eventually gets to a point where I'm talking way too fast for even myself. And I don't know how I get there. It just kind of happens. It's part of my personality. Yes. Is it a reason to love me? Maybe. Is it a reason to be annoyed? I've had people tell me that that is annoying. And to each their own, and that's okay. Because I'm not going to get along with every person in the world, and really, honestly, I don't need it. No. I still cares that much. Not really. Anyways, I like to use tin foil on my pans when I'm cooking some potatoes. Now these potatoes look like they're, something you throw in a microwave, but this microwave right here, the one in the microwave that you see just on TikTok really, you don't see it on YouTube, but there's a microwave right here on YouTube. That microwave is broken. It's more of just a decorative piece. And me and my roommate, we really don't care to fix the broken microwave situation. It is what it is, and we just realized we really don't microwave a lot of stuff. But the stuff that you do need to microwave, you just throw that stuff in the oven. Now, one day we will get a new microwave, but we're not made of money, and we're just spending money in different areas at this point in time. Plus, everything's so expensive. You have to work so hard just to get by these days. If you're having a hard time getting by, I feel it. Even though, I don't know. It doesn't have like an expiration date, but I feel like I can cook these in the oven. The brand was Garden Herb. Expiration dates. I'm talking so fast, I also need to pay attention to the fact that I'm eating, and then I need to make sure not to poison myself with expired foods. So I'm just taking a second, taking a pause, and overlooking. Doesn't say. I feel like it. Yeah, I feel like it's. If I'm wrong, well, we'll find out together. You're going to eat with me. And I'm putting down some potatoes right here on my tin foil that I got on the pan that I'll throw inside of the oven in just a little while. We'll probably cook it at about 350 degrees. I should probably preheat the oven, but I really don't want to. I feel like the less I preheat it, the longer it could take to cook. But I do feel like I'll just have a better understanding of how to cook it if I don't just, throw it in there. So I'm going to group up these potatoes just like that. Maybe I should double cut the potatoes. Why not, right? Now I'm going to... Actually, I do kind of want to double cut the potatoes. In this way, they will also cook faster. So it's not a bad idea to double cut them. Or just, I'm not double cutting them, I'm cutting them once. You're just tuning in, we're cooking dinner tonight, eating dinner together, and it's going to be a good night. So if you want, you can start cooking, because I already started cooking, and you can cook with me, and we can also eat dinner together. So this is me hanging out with you if you want to. That's for you to decide. But we're cutting up some potatoes right now, because we're making potatoes and chicken. Chicken that's being seasoned in some some creamy Alfredo sauce. Yeah, I've never used creamy Alfredo sauce to season and marinate my chicken before, but I have used it on pastas that have had chicken in them, but I've never actually marinated the chicken itself using the Alfredo sauce. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm trying something new tonight. You should probably try something new too if you have the energy to do so. I don't see why not. I mean, I'm just throwing out an idea there. I'm not trying to force you to do anything. You do you at the end of the day. If you want to make macaroni and cheese for the 300th time, you go ahead and make macaroni and cheese for the 300th time. Because I've been there. My doctor just said I shouldn't be eating macaroni and cheese as often as I was. So now I gotta cut it down. I gotta cut it down, and I don't be eating macaroni and cheese as often. Well, they're just letting me know that, you know, I'm starting to get older and I've got to pay attention. If I'm having stomach acid reflux, then here's some X, Y, and Z things. And apparently, I shouldn't be eating macaroni and cheese like 3 days a week. That's not good. But that is my favorite meal. And I don't know what your favorite meal is, but if you want to share your favorite meal in the chat, you go ahead and do so. Be nice to each other if everyone's talking amongst each other. Don't hate on anybody. You know, everyone has their own taste and palate. So, macaroni and cheese honestly is so good. It is so good. Now, would I rather be having macaroni and cheese right now? Absolutely. And it would only be a 10-minute cook time for me. Now, I don't know if I've already done a live stream with me making macaroni and cheese at my house, but I know I did it when I was making macaroni and cheese at my parents' house. And I decided to make 2 macaroni and cheese meals at the exact same time on the same stove, and one ended up pretty bad compared to the other. It was like I sacrificed the quality of one for the other, and it just didn't really work out. But at the end of the day, since I made 2 different types of macaroni and cheese, there was still food to eat. So if you're just joining and just cooking dinner together and just hanging out, feel free to cook dinner with me, and eat dinner with me too, because that's what's going to happen. We're just cutting up some potatoes right now, and we're marinating some chicken. We're giving the chicken 10 minutes before I throw it onto the oven. And we appreciate you being here, and especially if you can cook with me. Yep. Now I'm still cutting up some of these potatoes. And we're almost done with that. Now we've got potatoes all, yeah, this is a much better idea. By cutting them up, I also feel like they're spreading out better, and I'll be able to marinate them as well, or season them. Not marinate, but season these potatoes, and have a good meal going on for myself. Yes, if you have yourself a long day, I feel ya, and now you can wind it down and make yourself a delicious dinner. Now, if you don't like to cook, you can also buy yourself food, and you can just wait till I start eating to eat your food, and you can act like you cooked that food. I mean, I don't see why not. At the end of the day, that might be a lot of fun. You know, for me too, because I just might feel the energy. Now, I've got, check my phone, which I might be on silent. 56 seconds left. 53 seconds left. That means I can start cooking up this guy, but I actually would rather let that sit for a little longer. I know what you're thinking, why am I doing that? Why not just start cooking it? It's going to taste better. And at the return to myself, I need to cook with the responsibility of making myself happy. Because this honestly does make me really happy. I don't know if you cook at all, but if you really get to a certain point of it, you just make yourself really good food and it ends up making you happy. So if you're not good at cooking and you want to try to get better at cooking, this gives you also another reason to get up and go to that kitchen and cook with me. We can cook together, and I'm using Montreal steak seasoning right now, just to keep people in the loop. I've cut up some potatoes. I'm going to use some Montreal steak seasoning. And that's just seasoning these potatoes. We're going to make these potatoes be really delicious. But first I have to get where did that olive oil go? Do you see the olive oil? I don't see the olive oil. Oh, here's the olive oil. Alright, so the olive oil just was never brought out. I thought I brought it out. It wasn't out on the counter. But I really thought it was. And I'm really disappointed in myself because I was trying to put everything I need in frames so that I didn't have to walk out multiple times. Because I don't like leaving the live stream. It kind of feels pointless. If I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. So then you can see me. And now we put a little bit of olive oil. I have to be really careful and try to pour it really slowly, because if I pour like a tiny stream of it, I can move it around. Perfect. Oh no, too much. Well, yeah, whatever. Alright, well, that was definitely too much. But I'm still getting the hang of it. I have another approach to being able to like pour small amount of oil into things, but I want to be able to not do it without just holding it. I'm trying to just do it straight from the bottle, and I think I need to stop. But I don't know. I really feel like I can get the hang of it if I were to give myself another chance. I swear. I'll push through it. I'll make it work. Now this is some seasoning that came with the potatoes, and I don't see why not. I mean, I'm using it. Feels like the right thing to do. Now I gotta get some butter on there, because I'm putting these in the oven, and I want them to be as good as possible. They'll get toasty and they'll be delicious. They definitely will be. I just got to put some butters on it right there. Okay, that butter is going to be fantastic. Now, let's keep prepping. Cook everything. We've got fresh pulled garlic. We also want to put minced garlic. That's right. Another thing that I forgot to get. Now I'm just going to mix up this minced garlic. There we go. Garlic is delicious. It's nice to have it. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'm actually going to continue to marinate the chicken just a little longer. Just give it some flips, give it some love. We'll get in those juices, massage it a little bit. Then marinade, which is really just the creamy Alfredo sauce. Okay. Now that I've massaged it, I think I should let it sit again for a little while. Alright, we're back to it. Let's see what else we can do. Let's get the broccoli starting to cut up, because the broccoli's going to cook with the chicken definitely. But until I figure out a different way to frame all of this and do this more interactively, I'm cutting things on the cutting board over here on the stove, which isn't technically that safe, but you know what, it's getting the job done. And I just need to cut up some of this broccoli. I'm going to do it a little different this time. I usually cut the broccoli up until it's like diced up, and it's just a whole bunch of greens. You can't really tell what it is. But this time, I think I'm going to do it differently. Now that's just what I feel. You know, cutting just the tops. You know, the tree tops. I remember when I was a kid, I love calling this the tree, I mean, it does look like a tree. The tree vegetable. So we kept putting on the plate. Oh yes. Now, I'm almost there with cutting up the broccoli the way I want to cook it. Technically, I can start up on the potatoes already. There's really no reason why we shouldn't throw those inside of the oven. But at the same time, I kind of want to start cooking everything around the same time. I feel like everything's going to cook pretty fast. Especially since I'm going to be cutting up the chicken. I'm not going to let the chicken cook like that way. Which honestly, if I'm cutting it up, well, now that I think about it, I mean, just cut it up before I really start cooking it. But I also want to put the broccoli in with the chicken, but I'm not going to do that right away. But that does one broccoli. And now I do the next broccoli. Just going to push that stuff down. Alright. Broccoli's delicious. I do like broccoli. Broccoli is by far an amazing vegetable. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the live stream. We're cooking dinner. If you want to cook with me, feel free to do so as well. I'm streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for joining. we're just gonna have some fun tonight by cooking together, eating together, and etc. So feel free to just share it with other people and tune in with me and maybe cook with me. You can make the same thing. I'm making chicken and potatoes. I have some rice that's left over, but I'm not making the rice. But you can do the same, or you can cook or you can order yourself some food, and you can eat together still. You can just wait for me to be done. It's probably not going to take that long, but we haven't really even started yet. No, I'm still marinating the chicken, and right now I'm just cutting up some of this broccoli that I'll be cooking with the chicken, which, will all happen very fast, I feel like. When I start cooking everything, it's not going to take forever, because broccoli cooks pretty well, and small potatoes cook really fast. And it's important to understand how to cook potatoes. When you cut them in half, they're going to cook fast. They're going to cook much faster. It's just kind of how it works. So I'll also share with you some cooking tips. But I haven't been cooking for that long. But I do know how to cook, and I do love to do it. And I can't always seem to master the cooking for one scenario that I got going on. But every once in a while, I cook for one properly, and there's no leftovers. But it is actually a very challenging thing to do. So if you're also having that same issue, so am I, and I'm trying not to be wasteful, so I'm trying to make sure to eat all of the food I've made. But sometimes, it just happens. It just happens. You just forget about that thing you made, and I don't know. It just kind of gets swept on under the rug, and you don't eat that thing. Now we've cut up some broccoli. We have the chicken. The chicken I'm going to mix with some corn, definitely, too. So we're going to just put this to the side. We're going to bring that chicken back up, which is marinating with some creamy Alfredo sauce. So I'm using the creamy Alfredo sauce to marinate this chicken, but I would also like to cut up the chicken and make it thinner pieces. Kind of like making some chicken strips tonight, basically, but not really. But these are the scissors, the kitchen scissors, which I like to use to cut meat with, especially raw meat. I don't know if you use kitchen scissors, but I do recommend it. Kitchen scissors to cut raw meat is the way to go. It is a lot easier. Also, sometimes pizza. Pizza can be a lot more fun if you cut it. Yeah, with these kitchen scissors. The difference between kitchen scissors and the other scissors are, well, I don't know. But I would assume that there is a reason why regular household scissors are different than kitchen scissors. Maybe the sharpness, maybe the durability, maybe the ability for them to be taken apart to be washed. I don't know, I'm not really sure. Regardless, it's distracting and thinking about it, so we're going to just focus on what we're doing right here, which is cutting up the raw chicken to also let it marinate a little longer. Yeah, I'm cutting it up to thin pieces because it's going to cook a lot faster. We've got a bunch of tiny potatoes cut up that are going to cook in the oven at the same time, and I just feel like that everything will cook and be finished around the same time. Now, I'm not 100% sure that's going to be what happens, but we'll be watching it together in real time, and we'll be able to see if I make that accomplishment. It's ideal to do that so that everything's equally hot and nothing's cooled down to a certain degree. And that's looking good. Okay. I love it when I cut a good piece like that. Cutting raw chicken with scissors is oddly, satisfying. It feels like I'm making a lot of progress with cooking. And a lot of the times I actually cut the chicken up after I started cooking it, and I feel like that just makes the process worse. If you're just joining, we're cooking dinner tonight, eating dinner together. It's nice to see you. It's nice to have you here. I'm streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. Feel free to follow and feel free to leave a comment. I'm not reading comments right now, but I will go up to the comments later and go through as many as I can and answer all the questions that are asked of me. I'm content to do it, and I just need a little bit of time because I'm cooking some dinner because I'm hungry, and I'm trying to make it happen. But I will go up and read the comments. I haven't forgotten about it, but I will go up and see what people are saying, and I'll interact with conversation on both TikTok and on YouTube. It'll be a little strange at different times because sometimes I answer questions on TikTok and then on YouTube. And you like, the questions sometimes are the same, sometimes they're different questions. Sometimes I'm just talking to specific people. It's nice to have you here if you're normally watching, so I appreciate you coming in. Just get yourself ready, maybe cook dinner with me, and maybe not. You can order yourself some stuff. Regardless, we're still in the process of marinating some chicken. We have not actually started the cooking yet. We are just doing a lot of prep right now. Yeah, I feel like the chicken is well marinated actually. It feels good. I feel like I'm going to start cooking it in just a second. So it looks like we'll be starting off the cooking pretty soon. My hands are really dirty and that's okay. That's not really what's important right now. What's important right now is that you're joining me with some cooking. And we're having some fun because I'm making some delicious food right here. I can feel it already. Cooking's with love and with feeling. This is some chicken with some chicken Alfredo, marinated with it. And then you have the potatoes over here. They have some butter on it, some oils, or olive oil. I shouldn't just say oil. It's olive oil on it. And salt and peppers and some of this other seasoning that it showed up with. But I'm just stalling right now a little bit because I also want to give myself a little more time to marinate the chicken. The longer I wait, the better it will taste, and that goes for you too. If you're marinating your chicken, you want to wait for a little while, 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes just isn't good enough, but it still makes a difference. But if you don't marinate things, it's just not going to taste as good. You want to make your meal good for you. And I'm making it good for me, but also trying to keep the live stream interesting. But I do have to put on the broccoli, which I need to really wash my hands. Okay, I've washed my hands, and now I'm back over here, and I just want to put the broccoli in here on one side. And actually, before, I forgot, I bought a whole bunch of, my hands are too wet now. Well, of course I just dry them off, right? I bought a whole bunch of peeled garlic, and I love garlic on everything. And honestly, I love peeled garlic. If you love garlic, let me know. I'd love to acknowledge that you love garlic too. I always like seeing that people like garlic because honestly, I feel like people don't talk about it enough. Garlic is a delicious thing to use to cook with. Dang, I'm like, alright, I have scissors right here. And I know, right? I should have just done that at the beginning. I forgot they were there. Plus, they're dirty. They're really dirty, actually. Wow. Did I just cut through and then it didn't work? Yeah, it didn't work. Sometimes these seals are just too good. Oh my. And it's still not open? No, it's not working in my favor. Oh, there we go. Alright, and now I'm going to put some garlic down here. Quite a bit though. That's okay. And let's give some garlic with the potatoes actually. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's a good thing I didn't throw those potatoes in because now we're adding garlic cloves. We're cutting half garlic cloves with the potatoes. And it's gonna work in my favor. It always does. When I eat garlic, I'm a winner because I just love everything about it, and it makes me feel like I don't know, like I'm being cleansed or something. It's a very interesting vegetable, and it's a very strong one too. There's a lot going on with it. But there is one other vegetable that I got. I feel like I'm not cut up yet, but I really want to use too. Regardless, we're just cutting up some garlic. If you're just tuning in, we're cutting up garlic, adding it into the little potatoes over here that I've diced up. Well, not diced up, I just cut them. But they're little potatoes still. And we're also just waiting a little longer with the marinated chicken. So if you want to cook with me, feel free to do so. I'm streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. And you can also follow my accounts. With the cooking, though, we are making some good progress and you're getting ready to actually start cooking the things, not just cutting up the things. So you're tuning in at the right time. Thanks for coming, and I hope you enjoy the live stream. Now, it is just a bit more garlic that will go on top of this, but I feel like I want to put onions in one of these, and in real time you're seeing me try to decide which one it is. Also, I made corn last night, and I want to be able to incorporate that corn somehow into this meal. Also, I don't expect to eat everything that I'm making right now, because now I'm really starting to notice I'm not cooking for one again. It just kind of happens. I'm definitely cooking enough that it's definitely for at least 2 people. But it just kind of happened. I mean, the potatoes were in a prepackaged thing, and I feel like I had to use them all at once. I mean, that's just how it feels. But it's okay, because I'll just eat it for lunch tomorrow. Look at that. And like seeing all these people who are dropping in, thanks for coming in. Appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to come up in just a second and we will read some of the comments that are both on TikTok and on YouTube. I have not gotten around to it, I do apologize, but I do like to bring attention to it, so if you've been patient, it will pay off soon enough. But first, I want to do one more thing, which is still cutting up some onion, but, well, but how do I want to do this corn? Do I want the corn with the chicken, or do I want the corn with the potatoes? These are one of those things that only I can really decide. Because at the end of the day, I'm the only person currently in this space that's going to eat the food that's performing. And because of that, I really should make the decision that makes it so that I want to eat it, rather than eat around it and then throw it away. I don't want to be wasteful. I don't want to waste food. But I'm trying to peel this onion. And then you gotta peel that skin off. Or you can cook with the skin. It's a real organic feeling. When you cook with the skin of vegetables that you shouldn't really be cooking with. It's not that big of a deal, right? Oh, okay, that's good enough. I don't need to peel the whole thing because I'm not cutting up the whole thing. I'm just cutting a portion of it off. So we're gonna just cut. You know what? A little bit more. That feels good. Okay, now I'll dice that up maybe. I still haven't decided which dish it goes into. But I've got to decide soon before I go up there and you know what? I don't have to decide right now, but I should cut it up. Just like that. Ooh, nice. Alright. And we do this side. Yep. And then I'll do this way. Nice. Alright, so I've cut up the onion, but I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but that's not really important. We're going to take a pause from cooking, and I'm going to come up here and read the comments that are in both TikTok and on YouTube. If you're just joining, it's that time where I'm just going to look at what people have been saying. We're going to start off with YouTube. Chase joined and said hi. Hey, Chase. It's nice to see Leo the Man Moore came in. You know, nothing's up, I guess. I'm still here. You're joining me again. I'm good tonight. And you're snacking on some sea salt popcorn. That's great to hear. Sea salt popcorn is delicious. Change into a metal or a glass pan? Oh, yeah. You love broccoli as well. That's great to hear. I'm still here. I like having you here, and thanks for joining. And you could relate on the trees things. That's nice. Well, thanks for joining on the YouTube stream. I'll be streaming for a while longer. Maybe we'll eat together too. Now I'm going to bring my attention over to TikTok to see what's going on over here. If you're just joining in, we're cooking dinner and hanging out, eating dinner and etc. So welcome, and I'm taking the time right now to just read what's been going on in the chat and see what's going down. I see that we had some people, why ended up joining and liked the live stream. I appreciate all the likes. Give me a bunch of likes, guys. I really do appreciate it. Shares the live stream more. And feel free to also share the live stream with people on both TikTok and on YouTube. Anybody that you think would want to watch or cook dinner with me or watch me cook dinner or eat dinner with me or do etc. stuff afterwards, because there's a whole bunch of other things I end up doing anyways. I just keep broadcasting. So if you know anybody who's looking to hang out and just wants to hang out with somebody, I'm doing it right now, so they can hang out with me, because I like talking, and I'm going to talk a whole bunch. But I am reading through comments right now. Oh, thanks for calling me very handsome. I really appreciate that. Oh, the positive feedback, it's just great. You ever thought about acting? I started off as an actor when I was 7. It's a really complicated story, apparently. I never really thought anything of it, but people have been asking me a lot more why I'm not acting, and I stopped when I was 22. I was also live streaming when I was 22 on like Justin Live something or TV. There were like these .tv websites you used to go to watch live streams, and live streams were different in 2010, and I used to do them, and I used to do a lot of other stuff, and I can if I really want to, but I also work in the entertainment industry, and I'm normally behind the camera. There's like 1,000 other jobs. But thanks for asking if I've ever thought about it. And clearly, I do still think about it every once in a while. I just don't. And I have a rip in my shirt. If you haven't noticed, there's a rip in my shirt. But I'm reading up these comments first. Why is it raw? The chicken's raw because I'm marinating it. I would assume that's what that person was asking, which was a dot with a profile picture of some wood. What is it on your passport? I don't know what you're asking me, but it is what it is, most likely, on my passport. I don't have a passport, but I need to get one. I really do. I've been trying to. I'm trying to motivate myself to do that thing, but traveling is expensive, so it's like, what am I going to do with it once I get it? Blink thrice if you need help. Oh, I see. Mikey, but a different Mikey. What's your job? I work in... I'm a freelancer. I'm a freelancer in the entertainment industry, but I work in entertainment. Thanks for asking, Mikey. And then I wish this dude was my life coach. I am your life coach if you want me to be. I'm here for you. I don't see why not, right? I'm taking the time to be live, so why, if you need me, I'm here to support you too. I'm actually here to support myself as well, and everybody who just wants to have some positive energy, because one of my favorite things about social media when I was younger was how much fun it was. And, well, these last couple of years I've been able to figure out how to have fun with social media again. And there's still trolls and whatnot, but you can have fun with social media. Social media should be a fun thing to use. And, you know, honestly, just post. Post and have some fun. Show people what you do too. Who knows? Maybe it'll be really important. Do I have any animals or pets? Mikey asked me that. And Mikey, I do not. I do not have any animals or pets. Although we do have a bunny that lives outside in the front yard, but he like hides a lot. But I haven't seen him in a while, and I think a coyote may have gotten to him. Regardless, there's a lot of wildlife in my front yard. I make some videos about it. If you want to look through my profile on both YouTube and on TikTok, you can actually see some videos of some of the wildlife that hang out in my front yard. There's like a hawk-like bird. You can go in and tell me what bird you think it is. But I don't know what bird it is, but I think it's a hawk, but I've been told it's not a hawk, but not by anybody who's a professional. So if you're not a professional and you're telling me it's like, you know, this bird, I'm only going to believe so much of what you're saying. But I'll still give it to you. If you want to tell me like what you think it is, honestly, that might help me out with figuring it out too. But there's a bird that hangs out in the front yard. There's some squirrels that hang out in the front yard too. They're not my pets, but I see them all the time. So I think that counts. So I don't have them as animals of my own, but I see them like all the time. I'm a little upset you sound like Vivek. Who's Vivek? QG Rexon said that, but I don't know who Vivek is. So we're just going to keep going on. Thanks for liking the live stream. Thanks for being part of the community. I see all these people. If your potatoes are super soft or have legs growing, then they're bad. Oh, thanks for telling me that, Ariella. They are good to go then. That's a good thing to know. I see we've got quite a bit of people that have joined so far. Chad, digital salesman. I probably could be a digital salesman. I think I should at least try it. TikTok Shop told me some things, and I was like, oh, maybe. Avocado, don't got me, but I would like to have some avocado tonight. But they weren't ripe when I went to the store. Kira Klims, Dreamy. That's nice. Oh, hey, Joe's here. Hey, Joe, it's nice to see you. You're cooking too, so we're cooking together. Andrew, nice to see you're here as well. We're having chicken and potatoes tonight, along with some leftover rice. Thanks for being part of the live stream and liking it and following. It's nice to see you guys are here again. You seem like a nice dude. Never give up. Thanks, Kurt. Thanks. I'm happy that I'm getting that type of energy. Just going through and reading the comments. If you're just joining in, I'm reading comments right now, and I'm going to be going back to cooking dinner in just a second. Just if you have questions, you can go ahead and ask questions. I'm also marinating the chicken for a little bit longer, which is just a win-win on my part because it's going to just taste better. So we've got that going on, but it's going to be chicken and potatoes and pilaf tonight. So we're cooking, we're eating dinner, and we're doing like other stuff, I guess. You know, I'm just going to be streaming live. So if you want to hang out, you can feel free to stay tuned in on both YouTube and on TikTok is where it's going to be happening at. So you can switch between the platforms. You can stay on one platform. It's all up to you. Thanks for the likes. Be sure to follow. And I'm still reading these comments. I got a lot of energy, but I'm going to probably start. Are you going to make mashed potatoes? No, but that's a great idea. I would love to do that on another live stream. We will make mashed potatoes together. Work was okay. Thanks for asking, Andrew. How was work for you? I hope it was good. Cooking is too intimidating for men, I guess. I mean, I really don't know what that means. But I guess it means it's intimidating for men. But I don't know what that means still. Let's see. Oh, I see I got a gift. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Some of those things I don't always... Oh, you sent a pumpkin pie. That's so nice of you. You made spaghetti and baked with pasta? Oh, good. It's easy to eat, Joe. That's good. That's good to hear. Made garlic cheesy bread as well. That sounds delicious. Oh man, I'm happy you were able to make yourself some garlic cheesy bread. Yeah, garlic is good on everything, isn't it? Cadillac Soul. Are you wearing suspenders? Yes, I am wearing suspenders. Thank you for noticing. It is nicer than wearing a belt sometimes. How much longer for you? I don't know. Subscribers A. I made way too much soup. Autocorrect. I meant leftovers are good. Lunch for tomorrow. Save money. Yeah, save money. We all got to just look out for each other. This is also a cost-effective meal. It doesn't cost a lot to make this meal at all. It is great to have frozen chicken in your freezer and to just have potatoes on hand. Potatoes are cheap too. Just have a lot of vegetables. Vegetables are great. My favorite color is brown. Thanks for asking. I'm still here. She asked me that on YouTube, but we're still going through the rest of the comments too on TikTok. I keep getting distracted. Yours is red and black. You have to pick one. Well, I guess red and black could go together. That actually works. Good soup. I hope you had a good soup, man. Muffins too. Let's see. Thanks for all the likes. The kitchen scissors are for that, for me at least. It's not always the best of ways. Make it better. Emma Dash, I do say this. Yeah, it says. Add chicken to it tomorrow. Multitasking king. I'm not doing that great at multitasking. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the chicken Alfredo with the broccoli well. You love garlic too. I like seeing all of that. Yeah, if it does say add 3 cloves, add 20. That's a good place to go. It's okay, I'm still here. You don't have to choose. You can really just keep it with red and black. Make sure to not make too much. I already started making too much food. I know I made But potatoes are really great to have for leftovers. You can eat them for breakfast. That's the best part. I see my cousins here. It's nice to have you here, Lord. I see you. I'm going through the comments and just seeing people who've joined, trying to shout out to everybody. I'm trying to do this and get back to cooking, so if you do have a question, now's the time to ask it. I'm trying to pay attention to doing this as fast as I can so that I can get back to to cooking so we can eat together. Your outfit reminds me of Gangs of New York. Thank you for saying that. My style is inspired by Gangs of New York. It was a big impact on me when I saw it when I was a kid. I said, I'm going to dress like these guys. My dinner is ready. You're waiting for me? I'm not even ready yet now. Joe, you're going to have to just eat without me. I'm so sorry. Or you can wait. You can wait. Thanks for the heart. Veggies together. Let's see. I should make blueberry muffins. I don't know how, but I can figure it out. My aunt probably has a recipe. You got your passport 2 weeks ago? I'm jealous. I haven't gotten my passport. I need to get it. I do. I definitely do. Waiting for it to cool down. Good, good. You're waiting for it to cool down. Ray Williams Johnson. I don't know who that is, but if I remind you of him, that's great. Hopefully you're still here. I made baked chicken and Spanish rice. That was from KDS. Good for you, man. Rice is good for you. Yo, what's up, bro? And crying. Oh, and I caught up. I answered all those questions. Now I'm not going to actually answer any more questions that are listed in the comments on both TikTok or on YouTube for the time being until I'm done cooking, because I want to eat and I'm getting hungry. But this shouldn't take that long. Now I feel like it's been long enough for the chicken to be marinated, so the only decision that needs to be made right now, and also if you're just joining, we're cooking dinner tonight, I'm not eating. And if you want to, you can join me and cook with me and eat with me. And we're getting to the point though where everything's going to be starting to cook. And it's probably going to cook pretty fast, because I have little tomatoes here that I've cut in half. They'll probably cook pretty fast. And I also cut up the chicken so that it cooks a lot faster. Now I have some corn and some cut up onions. And I need to decide which plate I want them to be with. Do I want to cook the corn with the chicken? Or with, you know what? I'm not going to cook the corn raw. No, the corn can be cold. The corn can be cold. So that means I'm going to take these onions and I'm actually going to just throw the onions in with the chicken. That's right. Yeah, I got onions in with the chicken. And some broccoli that I've cut up. I'm going to take it to that front burner. And I'm going to throw the potatoes into the oven first. And I'm going to set that to 450 degrees. I know they're thinking 450 degrees, it's really hot. But you know what? I want to cook it fast, and I'm not preheating it. So 450 degrees is perfect. So I'm going to cook these potatoes at 450 degrees. The potatoes also have some garlic in them. Some garlic cloves, some butter, some olive oil, some salt, and some peppers. All of that's just mixed on top, and they're all on top of this tin foil that's on top of the pan, and it's going into the oven right now, just like this. Now that that's going into the oven, I know that that's going to start cooking, but I'm going to turn that oven light on so I can give it a check without having to open it really. But I have realized that the oven light doesn't work that well, but I really got to get down there to look in, and then sometimes, I just get frustrated and it doesn't really matter anyways, but the oven light being on does make it easier to see the food regardless. Even when I open up the oven, it's just better that way. And then when it comes to the chicken, I actually want to cook the chicken over here because I feel like it's a lot more fun for me to stand like this, and I'm seeing better on both TikTok and on YouTube when I'm cooking on this burner over here. But there's a little thing that happened last night when I cooked dinner. If you were watching, I did cooking on these stoves, and I accidentally left this one on low just a little bit, and it did leak throughout the day. So I need to be extra careful when I'm done cooking today to make sure to shut the gas off on the stove completely. Not even leave it on a little bit, because that's really dangerous. That's some bad stuff right there, and that's not good. That's also something that, could have been really bad. So I just got to be real serious with myself, and I messed up. And I need to be held accountable. So you people that are watching can also let me know and double check with me. Make sure I shut this off all the way. I don't want to be causing any fires or blow up the place that I live in or die due to the fact that I've just left gas on and I just suffocated to it. Because it is a dangerous thing, so I don't want to be getting hurt from that at all. So if you want to watch out for me too, I'd appreciate it. Once again, streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. I'm not interacting with the comment section right now, but I see people that are pushing like and being part of the comment section. I appreciate that. I do feel like people should be talking to each other too with civilness. So if you are talking to each other, just keep it really nice to each other. And we're going to just have some fun cooking together. So let's just be kind and spread some love and some positive energy. I do like having you here. Be sure to subscribe and follow. You watch my other videos, push like, and share this live stream with whoever you think might enjoy watching me cook and would enjoy cooking with me maybe, or eating with me. Regardless, if you're going to just order yourself food, you can order yourself food too and wait until I'm done cooking and we can still eat together. So a whole bunch of stuff can happen right there. Now I have the oven at 450 degrees to bring my attention back over here, and I'm ready to start cooking the chicken that's over here. Now I do feel like the chicken's going to cook a lot faster than the potatoes. Potatoes should probably take about 10 to 25 minutes. I think about 25 minutes. It should take about 25 minutes for those potatoes to cook, and I don't know if it's going to take that long for me to cook the chicken. But the chicken is seasoned with some Alfredo. It was marinated a while ago. The longer I wait, the more the marinated seeps in. And I've got some garlic on there, and I've got some peppers, salt and peppers, but I did use the Montreal steak seasoning today, but not on chicken. I actually used it on the potatoes. The potatoes are already in the oven. If you're just tuning in, we've already got the potatoes in the oven, and they're cooking. They're doing great. And then we have the chicken that I haven't really started yet, but if you want to just look at what I got going on right here, I got some onions, I've got some broccoli, and I have some chicken. The chicken is actually cut up with some scissors. I cut up the chicken with some scissors, and the chicken itself is marinated with some creamy Alfredo. So we've got that going on, and now's the actual time for me to add butter into this thing. And that's right, I forgot there's one thing that I do need to add onto this pan right here, and that is some butter. I need butter underneath the chicken, because I like the butter to be cooking with the chicken underneath the chicken when I start the stove and turn it on. Some people say it's best to start cooking when you have the stove already kind of warmed up and then you put on things. That's true too to a certain extent. But if you want to cook this way, it's not that bad. It's a good way to cook too. It's not one of those things that's written in stone. It's whatever you can accomplish with also maintaining good flavor. That's what you're really going to be doing in your cook. Yeah, so I put some butter underneath the chicken. There that is right there. And you know what? I've also noticed, I think I'm going to put some more butter on this pan. And I think I need to put it over where the broccoli is. Now, I haven't even seasoned the broccoli or done anything with it because I completely forgot to do so. And that's not that bad. But it is something that I still need to do. And luckily, I still have a whole bunch of this creamy Alfredo sauce that I used to marinate the chicken in. So I'm going to just take a spoonful of that and I'm just going to put it on top of the broccoli too, because why not put it on the broccoli as well? I mean, I marinated the chicken with it. Why not marinate the vegetables? Season the vegetables with some creamy Alfredo sauce. It's going to work in my favor, I feel like. I mean, I love Alfredo, and I feel like I'm going to also put it on some onions. That's what just happened already. So now it's on. Everything that's in this pan has creamy Alfredo sauce on it. To season it up, to marinate it up, and now we're going to actually start cooking the chicken, just like that. The chicken's now cooking. The heat is coming out of the stove, and we put it at 6. 6 is what I'm cooking it at right now. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the live stream. This is me, Benjamin James Norwegian, cooking dinner, then eating dinner, and then etc. We're streaming live on YouTube and on TikTok, so feel free to join on either platform. Feel free to follow, feel free to watch my other videos and see how I do things. Regardless, we're cooking right now. We've got some chicken cooking on the stove in a pan, and we have people, we have the, what is down here again? I think it was potatoes. That's right, I'm making my potatoes. Potatoes that are diced up with some cloves. Yes, some garlic cloves. Some garlic cloves are diced up with some potatoes. That's cooking in the oven right now. That's probably going to be 25 minutes. I didn't set a timer yet, and I really should have already. I really definitely should have already set a timer. But hey, these things do happen. And I'll do better. Reading a text message. Sometimes I do need to respond to people, but right now I think I'll be focusing in on you, fine people, for people that are joining in the live stream. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you being here. If It's going to be fun. If you've said comments, I'm not reading comments right now. I'm answering questions, but I will come up and read questions, all questions. Later on, when I'm done cooking, we have the cooking process going just smoothly right now. I kind of wish I was cooking a little bit faster because I am hungry and it'd be nice to eat before 8 o'clock. But these things happen sometimes. But when it comes down to setting a timer, which I still haven't done, I need to do it. So I need to set a timer, and this timer is going to relate to what's happening with the potatoes, which I'm going to guess the potatoes have already been in the oven for 5 minutes. So I'm going to deduct 5 minutes from the timer that I set. So I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes because it should take about 25 minutes to cook the potatoes to a crisp. Now I've cut the potatoes in half. They were tiny potatoes, but they still take a while to cook. Potatoes can take a long time sometimes. Really, all vegetables end up taking a lot longer than you think they do. But right now we have the chicken cooking, and all that butter is melted. I can see it. And I'm just going to actually shuffle the pan back and forth. Make sure that fan is on. I'm shuffling the pan back and forth ever so slightly just to move things around. I've got some butter on the pan. I've got a lot of the creamy Alfredo sauce on there, so that's going to help cook things. And as long as I cook it at like a moderate temperature, it's not going to burn up stuff. No, but I do want to actually add on some lemon pepper seasoning, because it is my favorite type of seasoning to use, and it's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. If you watch me cook before, it's happened time and time again, where I use a lot of lemon seasoning, because this is my favorite type of pepper. Yep, it is a pepper, it's a lemon and pepper, and it is delicious, and you can really taste it. When you put it on something, you can taste it. I love making soups with this. It's a secret I have to make my soups taste really good. I think everyone should have some lemon pepper in their kitchen. It doesn't need to be from this manufacturer because they're not paying me and I'm not going to sell their product, but it does need to be some lemon pepper. You want lemon pepper when you're cooking. And lemon pepper on top of some vegetables, oh gosh, it's a delicious thing to have. And you can never have too much lemon pepper on the vegetables. No, you can't. You can't go wrong with lemon pepper, and I really do recommend and encourage you to use it in your next cook. If you're cooking right now and you're in the kitchen and you have some lemon pepper, I'm just promoting the idea that you use that lemon pepper every meal you're making. No matter what it is, just see what's going on. But if it's more of a baking thing, don't add lemon pepper. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to baking. I don't do that enough. But when I do start baking, I'm going to be baking here with you on live streams. So if you want to catch any of this stuff in the future, feel free to follow me because I'm going to be doing this stuff all the time. So if you like watching me right now and you want to watch me bake later in the future, and you haven't seen me bake, except for those Pillsbury like cookies and for like muffins or something, I made those, but like really big. Like I want to make a cake. Like I'll make a cake with you. So one day you might want to watch that. Just follow me, and I definitely do it in the future. I plan on doing a whole bunch of other cooking videos as well. I do like to cook weekly, and I broadcast myself live weekly now on both TikTok and on YouTube. So if you just don't have the time tonight, just follow and tune in next time, because I'm going to be doing it every time I got a chance. Now, if I'm working, I won't be able to do it, but if I do have the ability to do it, I will be doing it. It's fun for me, and I like doing it. I gotta focus on the fact that I'm actually cooking right now, not just talking to the camera. Yeah, I just gotta shuffle back and forth. I'll probably use a spatula to move that around. I also gonna make my salad. I really don't need to make a salad. I have so much being cooked, but I do need to make a salad. It's good for me. I have to eat salad. If you're not eating healthy, you should eat healthy too. We should just all eat healthy. It's all a good idea at the end of the day. But I'm not gonna make a huge salad this time. I've been making pretty big salads and it's been completely accidental. But I've got this. I'm not going to eat this corn today. I'm going to save the corn for another day. I also decided to get a Pepsi tonight, which is very unlike me. I just haven't had one in a long time and I haven't tasted it again. If you like Pepsi, I'm not hating on you. But I don't drink Pepsi, and I just want to see what it's like again. But I'm going to be putting it in the freezer, and I'm just taking a mental note by also looking at you and saying, I'm putting this in the freezer right now, and I'm hoping to take it out before it explodes. and that it'll be ready for when I'm eating my dinner. See, look, I'm thinking ahead, and I don't want to forget about it. So I'm also telling you, and hopefully this all works out because we're hanging out together. And if you can, feel free to partake in comments and whatnot, and just keep me in line, I guess. You know. Okay, so now that's in the freezer, and I really just don't want to forget. So I did tell you about it, and you know, if it doesn't work out and no one remembers, that's okay too. I'm not gonna blame you guys. You guys are just streaming with me, and you're not really physically in my environment. You're just observing. So we're having some fun. You're observing, and you can partake too with commenting and whatnot. But if you're not in the comments section, then you're just observing, and that's okay because that's what I do 90% of the time when I watch things on the internet. I mean, it's kind of what the internet is about these days. There's just a whole bunch of people live streaming right now. Now I'm going to shuffle up all of the vegetables I have onto one side before I flip the chicken, because the chicken does need to be flipped to continue to cook. I can feel that. Oh, that's good. The chicken looks like it's actually cooking really well. Flipping it is important for it to cook evenly and taste good. You want to make sure to flip your chicken. If you're learning how to cook with me, I'm not being restricted enough in what I'm doing, so I don't recommend waiting for me, but you can take some notes. Regardless, just pay attention to what you're cooking and do what you feel. Because at the end of the day, if I was teaching you, I would tell you to go with that gut feeling. You want to go with the gut feeling, and you want to be just like in the moment when you're cooking. Because it's about cooking with love. I do see that Oats the cat is here, and I just got to make a shout out because you've been following me since I started TikTok videos, and I saw that you were watching. It's nice to have you here. I appreciate you being here, and you deserve some acknowledgement for that. Thank you for the support you've given me. Overall, I appreciate the nice comments you've left in the past, and the likes and the shares, and you know, your account blew up too in a way, more than mine ever did. but still, at the same time, it's great to have you here. Thanks for being part of the live stream. And I'm streaming actually on both TikTok and YouTube. We are streaming a cooking session and then eating and etc. So we're gonna hang out tonight. So if you're looking to hang out, I'm hanging out with you. We can cook dinner together. I'm already cooking. So if you've already started cooking, we're at the same point. If you haven't started yet, you can still start up and get yourself cooking, and we can eat dinner together too. And if you're not going to cook yourself dinner, that's okay. I'm not going to judge that. You can just order yourself some food and you can eat with me too if you want, or you can just eat on your own and just watch and observe in general. That's all just part of it at the end of the day. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for being so supportive. I see people on both TikTok and on YouTube. I like that everyone's tuning in and being part of this live stream. Really appreciate all you fine people. Now we're going to have to bring more attention back to what's going on over here. I just have to remember that I'm actually cooking myself dinner every once in a while and remind myself. I can get really excited when I talk to the camera for reasons that reminds me of childhood. When I was younger and I was in high school, I used to really love being in front of the camera. And it meant a lot more back in 2004. Also, that was when YouTube was new. So YouTube came out when I was in middle school, and MySpace was around too, and making videos was so much fun. And social media was so much fun for the first, like, 10 years. Pretty much 8 years. For the first 8 years. Then something happened. And in 2012, it just wasn't, I wasn't having fun anymore. I'm having fun again. And it's nice to have fun and just film myself. But when I was younger and social media used to be like, well, less, oh yeah, I think it might have been politics. There used to be a golden rule. When you were on MySpace or on early forms of YouTube, you didn't talk about politics. But politics was not cool. Like if you talked about politics, it was like an instant kill to your account. So no one really did that back then. It was like, it was only about things that were fun and entertaining. And sometimes sad news, like there was some things that were about Hurricane Katrina that were on the internet that were like, you know, you could support all that. But like, for the most part, the internet was about having fun, and only about having fun, and trying to remain as anonymous as possible. And I think that shift also made it less fun, but I wasn't really doing anything like, oh wait, just checking to make sure I'm not burning anything. You gotta turn this down, because I'm not paying attention as much as I should, and I really want to make the salad now. I just want to get it out of the way. This is taking too long, and I'm starting to get hungry. So I'm just gonna cut up some of this. Rinse it off a little bit. My salads could be really basic. But I like to rip off some of the top of this salad. I think it's red leaf salad. I forgot what type of salad this is. But then I rip off some of these. And I'll save the rest for another day. You know, I gotta flip the chicken around. I can feel it, I can smell it. Once again, cooking with love. That's what's important right now. That's what we do here. And that's what you should probably practice as well. I encourage everyone to be cooking with love. And I'm back over here. I didn't eat for that long. I don't like eating even for a second. In fact, I'm trying to get better. Yeah, I just don't like stepping away. But I did, and now I'm back, and we're still finishing up the salad, and I'm just ripping the salad up. And now, my salad has its basics. It's going to be a really basic salad. It's not going to be too complicated. There's not like a bunch of stuff in there. But to make it tasty, where did I put it? Ah, here it is. To make it a tasty wet salad, I'm going to use some mild banana pepper rings juice. Just the juice. There's no pepper rings in here. There's no banana peppers in this thing. But you see how I just poured juice in there? Now I know what you're thinking. What? Well, instead of using dressing, I'm going to use this instead, and I'm just going to put cheese in the salad. And the salad actually ends up coming out pretty good, and it's tasty. It also has some salt and peppers. It's a very basic salad. It just has the mild banana pepper rings and a little bit of Swiss cheese, which is the cheese that's in this bag. And actually a little bit more. And actually the whole bag. Yeah, just all that cheese. So now it's just a cheesy salad. And it's going to work in my favor. It's going to be a delicious salad. This is a very simple salad to make. And I feel like it's low in calories because, you know, it doesn't really have salad dressing in it. It just has like a juice. Now that's some pink salt. Now that the pink salt's been added, what other salts and peppers do I have? I'm okay with it. Lemon pepper again, but in the salad this time. And now, I have salad ready to go. I'm just going to put that over here. I can forget about it for right now. As long as I don't mix it up, then it's going to be fine. Plus, it actually feels like things are cooking pretty fast over here. Yep, fast indeed. Trying to keep myself organized as well. We're now going to check and see how that chicken's doing by giving it a flip. Oh yeah, you can put this at a higher temperature and pay more attention to it now. Definitely. I should probably also check that timer I set to see how my potatoes are doing. If you're just tuning in, we're cooking dinner and eating dinner together tonight. So if you want to eat dinner with me, it's an option for you right now. If you want to cook with me, you have to already be cooking. Basically, because we are approaching the end of cooking, we're getting to the point to where I feel like we're going to be able to take things off and eat. But it hasn't happened quite yet, but it is going to happen. nonetheless, it will happen eventually. But I'm flipping over my vegetables, and flipping over the chicken, and I'm cooking on this pan, it's on the stove. We also have some things cooking inside the oven. Now there's things that are cooking inside the oven, need to check, and I just need to take some time to just double check to make sure nothing's burning anywhere in the area that I'm cooking, which is this oven area. So now, oh wow, these are actually looking really good. I think that the potatoes need to be thoroughly checked, so we're going to just get down here and carefully slide this out. Oh yeah, it's starting to burn. That's good, but not like bad burn, like a good type of burn. So I think that these will be ready to come out in the next 5 minutes, or I can just shut off the oven and let them stay in there for a little while. And they're still going to keep cooking, but they're not going to burn super bad. And they were starting to get a little burnt at the top. So I feel like it's a good time for me to just leave them in here, and they won't get crazy burned, but they'll be crunchy and toasty. The garlic looked like it was ready to come off. The potatoes looked like it was ready to come off. So now we're really just focusing on the chicken, the broccoli, and the onion that's cooking up here. I don't think I'm going to be reheating up the rice that I have, because I actually just feel like I have too much going on, so I gotta put the rice away. And the chunky blue cheese was going to be used if I reheated up the corn that I made yesterday. It was made with blue cheese, but I'm not going to be eating that corn. I already put that corn back. We're just probably going to eat this stuff. We don't need to eat a whole bunch of stuff, but I do like having options when I'm cooking, and I tend to be a little indecisive until I've actually made the decisions and started actually doing things. But I don't like to waste the food I have either, so sometimes I'm constantly trying to use the food from the previous night, which is the corn. The corn was made last night, and I'd like to not waste the corn, but sometimes it happens. I mean, to each their own, right? But I try, and sometimes I just accidentally, forget that I cooked something, and it gets shoved into the refrigerator in a specific spot, and then I can't see it, and then I'm not, eating it. Yeah, well, I'm going to just bring attention over here. Oh, I see Joe's being nice to Odie the cat. Yeah, that's good. Thanks, guys. I like how people are being nice to each other and appreciating each other in the chat. It is great to see that. I like that people are just interacting with each other in general. In the chat, it should be a safe place for you to just say things and have conversations with yourself and to ask me questions. At this moment in time, I'm not really reading the chat, but I do see that people are joining the live stream and pushing like and sharing the live stream, and I appreciate all of that. Keep doing it. I do like the exposure, and I'm live on TikTok and on YouTube. Feel free to follow and feel free to be part of my community. I do try to make videos every day, and I'm streaming pretty much every day, and I like to cook. So if you want to see me cook more, feel free to subscribe, and feel free to also just follow along. Next time I'm cooking, you'll be able to watch me cook too. If you don't have time to watch now, you can just watch again later. That's why the follow button's there. So feel free to follow, and you can just tune in next time I'm going live. If you don't have any time right now to spare with me, you can just do it next time. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I know how we're all on the phones all the time, and sometimes you go on your phone for a little while and you want to keep watching something, but you're in the wrong circumstance to be doing it. And I feel that sometimes. So if you're in that situation and you just stumbled across my page or my live stream right now, I really like seeing you, and I totally understand. You really do got to get back to what you were doing. But at the same time, thank you for letting me be the distraction. I do like being a distraction when I can be, and it's not a bad thing, But if it's a bad thing, well, I just don't want to be so serious. Now, I still have a Pepsi in the freezer that I haven't forgotten about, but I am still cooking my chicken and my broccoli. Yeah, they're cooking pretty well. A little slower than I thought. Or it's just I'm not multitasking to the degree to really cook them thoroughly and fast, which might be more true than anything else. It does take me longer to cook when I'm streaming myself, but it is fun to do, so I do like to stream myself, but it does take me longer to get something accomplished. Do pretty much any task. It takes about 5 10 minutes longer than we normally would. If I was not streaming myself live, I'm usually done 5-10 minutes earlier. And that's not that bad, right? So it's a trade-off, but it's not a terrible trade-off. And it still does take me a long time to do some things because I always end up filming myself anyways, and I just would have made a ton of other TikTok videos if I didn't stream myself live. And then all of those TikTok videos would have been like I made too many TikTok videos for me to feel comfortable posting them all, and then I only post one, and then I have 7 others that I never did anything with, you know? When I look at my phone and I see how many videos I have, and then also how many videos I have in my backup, which is in my Dropbox, and then I have another backup of videos that's on Google Drive. I've been making a lot of videos. I work in entertainment, and I actually have made a couple of TV shows and whatnot. Oh, that is time. That just means the potatoes really should be done. And they really are. But we're going to keep them inside the oven, which has been shut off. Actually, it'd be good to just kind of let that oven get some of that hot air out of there. But the potatoes look like they've really come along and they're ready to be taken out. But I don't feel like taking them out quite yet because the chicken's not ready yet. And I want to eat the chicken with some hot potatoes and a nice salad all together at one time. And I feel like, you know, I deserve that. And I can give that to myself. So I shouldn't just go with the easy route to, you know, taking them out and being responsible, which is probably what I really should be doing, because what most likely will happen is they're going to be over. But there's a chance. There's a chance that my instincts are right with shutting it off and airing it out a little bit, and we're going to find out together. Because actually I haven't done this before. Now that I think about it, I've only cooked potatoes in this oven once before. I normally cook potatoes in my parents' house. I don't buy potatoes a lot in my house, and I have these potatoes, but I really don't think I've cooked potatoes. I can't think of a single time that I've cooked potatoes in this oven that are tiny potatoes. Yeah, I don't think so. So, we're figuring that out together too. We're also figuring out how it is using creamy Alfredo sauce as the marinating sauce for the chicken. So a lot of things are a first tonight. We're figuring them out together. So I'm happy you're here and joining me on this adventure. It's really a basic one. And if you also are cooking too, it's great to be cooking with you. And I hope to be eating with you as well. Once again, streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. Feel free to interact in the comments and be real nice to each other. And I will interact with the comment section later on and answer any questions asked of me. But at this moment in time, I am not actually engaging with the comment section. I'm just doing this task, and you can observe me doing this task. And you can cook with me at the same time. But I can't really go up there and read the comments and also continue to cook and do it effectively. So I'm going to just keep cooking over here. And if you're cooking over where you are, that's great too. We're both cooking at the same time. And it looks like my chicken's starting to get done. That's a good sign. Well, that makes sense. I put it on time. But how are these vegetables doing? I've kind of neglected them for a while. The vegetables look like they're doing good too. They're not going to be toasty. They're just going to be real nice. Yeah, I feel like you just need to separate them still. I don't like them cooking together. I want them to cook separately. Although that piece of chicken really snuck in with the broccoli right there. He's really hiding with everything. Yeah, that's right. Sorry to keep my back to the camera for so long. I wasn't paying attention. But I do know how to do this to where you can see half of my face at least. Because I did take acting classes growing up and in college. And you're not supposed to turn your back when you're doing any sort of live theater or live broadcasting. You're supposed to turn to the side like this, almost like you're doing the weather. And that's just how that is. That's a fun fact from me, just something that I learned while being educated in the school system that is America. The American school system. The one and only American school system. There's only one in this country, and then there's a whole bunch of charter schools, which I guess are not excluded from. But regardless, I did public school. And then was forced to go to some sort of private school because I was one of those kids that were like, you need to be in a school with less people. Special needs school. That's what I got one of those schools. And it was a great time. It was a great time. With classrooms that only have 12 people in them and 3 teachers, you really feel outnumbered, and yet people still are teasing and making fun of each other. It's all very confusing. Regardless, that's not the point right now. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is cooking. We're cooking together. I'm cooking some chicken and some potatoes, making myself a nice meal, and I plan on eating it. You are also streaming, so if you want to continue to cook and then eat with me, you can do so too. If you're lining up your meal with mine, it'll be fun. Even if you've already started eating, that's okay too. It's fine. Because I have food in front of me and you got food in front of me. Maybe just eat slower. And then maybe I'll start eating when you're getting to the end of your eating and you can just, kind of have that happening at the same time. The best part about streaming myself live is so many people can be doing so many different things wherever you are. And, we might actually all be eating together and we might not be, but we also might be. That's the thing about social media and the internet, and that's the best part, is that you can interact with people that are thousands of miles away and you're doing the exact same things in the exact same houses. You might just be in your kitchen watching me, and I'm in my kitchen. Look at that, that's crazy already. It's a small world out there, but also at the same time, it's crazy that we can connect with people in such long distances, and I can be in your kitchen and you can be in my kitchen at the same time. That's basically what's happening now. But we are also making sure to focus on what we should be doing, which is cooking. If you're cooking and your cooking's coming along, great. My cooking is also coming along, but I keep forgetting about it. And something I need to continuously remind myself is I have a Pepsi in the freezer. Now, I haven't had Pepsi in a long time, but Pepsi is, it's a drink that, I don't know, I just want to try it again. And I want to try it again on this live stream. But I honestly feel like I'm going to be disappointed. I hated Pepsi when I was a kid. Maybe I like it. I don't know. Things change. Taste buds evolve and change. And I definitely have a rip in my shirt if you haven't noticed. And if you said something, I get you. But I don't feel like changing right now because I really like this shirt. And it's sad that the shirt ripped. And I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Because I'm definitely not going to get rid of it. And then I'm going to wear it again and realize it's ripped. Which is what's happening right now. Because I couldn't throw it away. I remember now how I ripped it. But I don't think I have what it takes to throw away this shirt. It's a shirt that I'm greatly attached to. It just looks so great. Now, I would get rid of it if I had another shirt of equal value or equal style that looked pretty much the same. Oh, I'd like to see... You ate already, Joe? I saw that you just commented. Yeah, you take your leftovers to your dad. Your mom's in Mexico? Joe, I appreciate that you even just took the time to wait to eat. And, you don't need to be eating together, but we both had food in front of us at the same time, and we cooked at the same time, technically. So, at the same time, is really all that matters. You joined me, and I joined you. And even though we're thousands of miles away, we cook together. Don't forget about the Pepsi. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Yeah. I won't forget about the Pepsi. I will not forget about the Pepsi. It is in the freezer. And I feel like I got some more time that I need to cook. But I just realized that pan is slowly falling off of the stove. Yeah, I've got to get more used to streaming myself live. This is about the fourth week into streaming. Fifth week of streaming myself. Fourth week streaming myself live. And I'm still getting a hang of it. If you're just joining in, thanks for being part of the live stream. The live stream is starting to really kick off more often. I'm trying to do it every day. I like cooking, and I'm just learning how to really do this and get it done to the way that I like it. So I'm still trying to decide how I like to frame things and how I like to interact. So feel free to shoot me comments and messages. Let me know how I'm doing. I'm having some fun doing this, and I'm doing this as a thing for myself too, and a thing for me. Overall, I think it's important to make good content, and I think I could be making some good content, live streaming myself, doing stuff like this, and interacting with you fine people. If you find the time to come across my page or my profile on my channel, just go through my videos, and what I'm about is just positive energy and just having fun doing the simple things in life, like cooking right now. It really is a fun thing to do, and it's a really important thing to do. If you feed yourself every once in a while, you should know it. If you don't know how to cook, that's okay too. You don't have to learn. But if you want to learn, you can see how I do some things. I show people how I cook in different ways. I'm not that great at just making cooking videos, but I just like making videos where you see how I cook. Sometimes there's some steps I leave out. So I know I'm not actually telling you exactly how to make the recipe I'm making. But right now when you're watching me in real time, you've seen pretty much everything I do. So I'm not really, I'm not throwing in anything that you're not seeing. Because I'm not turning that camera away when I'm throwing things in, so you get to see everything I'm doing. A lot of the times it comes to, I would say, if you watch some of my other videos and you see how I cook things that I usually leave out are sometimes the amount of salt and peppers I use or butters. Sometimes I don't show that I was actually using a butter, but what I like to do is cook with butter as often as possible. I just feel like it adds a lot of flavor, and I've been told it does that. Yeah, it's nice to have all you people here. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for supporting the live stream. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate everyone coming in and being part of it. It's a lot of fun to cook, and I'm having fun doing it. So if you're having fun watching, everyone's a winner here. And we're making some chicken, some broccoli with some onions, some potatoes that are pretty much finished cooking in the oven and are just getting a little bit more burnt. They're crispier. They're not burnt, but they're getting crispier. They're in the oven right now. They're ready to come out. I got my salad already made over to the side. Oh, that bowl is starting to get hot. Nice. And it looks like we're getting to the point to where the chicken's about done. The vegetables are done, of course, the broccoli and the onions. That's just really warming those things up. But I think I've got my chicken pretty much ready to go. So we're just going to give it another couple of seconds here and there. We're going to get the plates out. Plate's going to be for both the potatoes and the chicken and the broccoli. I'm going to just do that. I won't make a bowl of food like I did last night, which a bowl of food is really fun. It's fun to do bowls of food, but this time I'm just going to use a plate because I'm never going to need to cut. And it's just easier to cut if I use a plate. Now I'm going to get myself some flesh utensils, which is a new knife and a new fork. Just kind of mixing this up. Oh no, I haven't moved the broccoli in a while. No, make a mistake. Yeah. Alright, that's okay. The broccoli's really started to burn. I'm doing a lot of things right now, so it's expected that at least one thing doesn't go the exact way that I want it to go. Lots of notifications. If you're just tuning in, I'm streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. Welcome. You can also follow me on Instagram. Be sure to follow my page and my channel. The channel on YouTube, the page on my profile on TikTok. And watch my other videos, push like, share this live stream if you really think might want to watch me cook and me eat dinner. We're finishing up the cooking actually right now, so you just tuned in at the right time to eat with me. If you're ready to eat, you can eat too. And I'm going to serve myself this chicken. The potatoes need to come out of the oven. I want to put away some of this stuff that I have over here and keep my cooking areas clean. And this way, when I'm completely done and I'm finished eating, I won't need to go back to the kitchen to clean anything or to put anything away because I did it all. Right now. Yep, almost done. I've almost put away and cleaned up the area. I'll have to do dishes later, but that's how it always is. It's not that big of a deal. I need to get the olive oil. Oh, the chicken's starting to burn. I can smell it. Well, that's because I left it at 10. Well, that was my mistake. Yeah. Oh, good, it didn't burn. We are good. Nice. Cooking with feeling, making sure it's happening. So that's happening over here. Definitely. Alright, so now that I have this ready to go, my plate's ready to be served. This can go back over here. We are, now my hands are all wet. We are basically ready to serve ourselves a good meal here. We've got the chicken, the broccoli with some onions, and the potatoes down here. Now I'm going to take the potatoes out first. Right. How do I do that? That's not where gloves are. Sometimes when I'm filming myself, I just forget that things are in the kitchen, even though I know where absolutely everything is. I just sometimes forget and have to double check or really think about where something is, which is kind of strange. I think it's when I'm filming myself, I just like skip a beat, but I'm getting more used to it really when it comes down to it. So now I'm going to bring my attention back to the oven, which has my potatoes in it. The potatoes have been cooking for a while, but I'll shut off the oven when the potatoes look like they were done. And they're still warm, and you can feel it. And look at the potatoes. Now I'm going to bring that up to the camera so everyone can see what the potatoes look like. This is how the potatoes turned out. I feel like they turned out very well. I've got some garlic cloves in there that are cut in half, and the tiny potatoes that are cut in half as well. They've gotten themselves to more of a golden brownie, dark brownie type of look. And I'm just going to put them down right here. And I'm going to shut the stove off, completely off. Good. And I'm just double checking that because last night I left one of the stove tops slightly on, just a little bit. Not that much, but slightly on. And that just wasn't good. It's not safe to do that. So I really need to make sure that I shut everything off all the way. And the oven lights off. And I'm just double checking because you can't be too safe now. I mean, now that I know I made that mistake, I really don't want to make that mistake again. That mistake could be life-threatening. And honestly, it's just wasteful. Gas. I waste the gas. Now I'm going to get the broccoli up and on my plate. And you can see that on both TikTok and on YouTube. I'm serving myself over here. We are now serving dinner. If you're just joining, let's get ready to eat together. If you've been watching, let's get ready to eat together. It's going to be fun. We are going to take up some of this chicken. Let's do half of the chicken. Yeah, I feel like that's half. Almost. Alright, so I've got chicken right there, ready to go. Wow, that chicken's hot. We're going to move the chicken also to a back burner so it can cool down. Just double checking also that stove. And now, I just serve myself some of these. Thought I just use that now if I don't want to cut myself. And I got my fork. And now I grab some of these potatoes and the garlic cloves, most importantly the garlic cloves. I really want to eat a bunch of garlic cloves. So I just slide that onto my plate. Yeah, here we go. Now I want to eat a whole bunch of potatoes tonight. So I'm just going to really put a bunch of them onto the plate. I can eat a bunch of this later too. This will be good for breakfast in the morning, honestly. I love eating potatoes in the morning. It just feels right, I don't know. But right now, I want to serve myself a good amount of potatoes. I deserve it, and honestly, I'm excited to eat potatoes. I love making potatoes, and I don't think I've actually made potatoes at my house as often as I do at my parents' house. I feel like I've only made potatoes maybe once, or one or two times, but never with tiny potatoes. No. But there's also this one other thing that I'm going to be doing. This is the creamy Alfredo sauce that I used to marinate my chicken. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the creamy Alfredo sauce, use this spoon that I have right here, and I'm just going to put a little bit more on the chicken that I have right here. Just kind of throw that in there. And that feels right to me. And that's what's important about cooking. That's the feel. Yes, if it feels right, it's about cooking with love, so you've got to make sure that you do feel it when you're doing it. Now, if you're not familiar with cooking and you try to do this recipe with me, that's great. I hope it came out just as good as mine. We're going to start eating together in just a second. You just got to move the camera, reposition it. So just bear with me for 1 second. First, I want to make sure I also have a knife with me. I'll put the lid on the creamy Alfredo sauce, and this will find its place back in the refrigerator in just a second. Well, I'm probably going to leave it out. I'm also going to make sure to grab my salad. Don't want to miss on that. And I'm going to just put it down over here. Now we get to do that thing where I move this camera, and we're gonna just go this way. Unless you guys want to see the Christmas tree. Let's do, actually the Christmas tree does make sense, so maybe we should do it that way. Alright, get ready. Just gonna slowly move you. Man, let's just do it faster. Okay. Alright. So this is where I'll eat right here. So I guess it needs to be adjusted to right about here. Right? Does that look good? On both cameras, can everyone see everything on YouTube and on TikTok? Grateful I was okay. Thanks, I'm still here. I'm assuming we're talking about the gas that. Oh, I just got to tilt down. I see. Yeah, there we go. Everyone can see me. Everything looks good, right? Now we're going to be eating dinner together. If you are just tuning in, welcome to my live stream. I'm Benjamin James Mahadichum, streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. I'm interacting with the chat as much as I can, but I have not brought attention to it in quite a while, and I will be answering questions and asking questions and just talking in general, because that's my live stream for you. But right now we're going to be eating dinner, and if you want to eat dinner with me, that's what's happening. We've already cooked, so now we're going to be eating dinner. I'm going to go get my food, bring it over here. I just removed these cameras from the kitchen over here to where I can eat at the kitchen counter, which is the island of the kitchen, which is really nice to have. And overall, if you are new to just this stream in general, feel free to subscribe and watch my other videos, like the video, and share it with whoever you think would want to eat dinner with me. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram. I post videos on all of those devices. I just don't go live on Instagram. I only go live on TikTok and on YouTube. So it's nice to have you here. Thanks for joining. I'm going to bring my food over here, and we're going to eat together if you want to eat with me. If you ordered food, now you can get that food out. If you're still finishing up the cooking, it just got a little bit longer, and hopefully you can catch up and we can be eating at the same time. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time eating. And even if you're not ready to eat, we both have food in front of us. And if you don't have food in front of you and you're just watching this because you like to watch people eat, or you just, watching me because you like to watch me, that's cool too. I'm not forcing you to eat with me, but if you want to eat with me, it's an option. Look at that, right? The internet, so much fun. Who would have thought? I mean, did you wake up thinking you'd be able to eat with me today? I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. Regardless, this is the salad I'm going to eat. And this is the meal I'm going to eat. I got my potatoes, and I have my chicken, and I have my broccoli. Now, I made this stuff all on the stove, so everything's nice and fresh and still hot and ready to be eaten. But I also have a Pepsi. So I'm going to drink a Pepsi tonight. And I haven't actually had Pepsi in a long time. I'm not sponsoring Pepsi. I don't encourage you to get or not get any of these sodas. I'm just going to be drinking some Pepsi for the first time in a while, and we'll also have that together. So if you are interested in having an experience with me, that's going to be something that we're going to be experiencing tonight. So now is the time for me to go and grab that Pepsi. Hopefully it's not too cold. It's been in the freezer for longer than I intended it to be, but it's great to have all you people here. I'll go through the comments soon and answer any of these questions. I'm just talking to talk and also letting the food cool off a little bit because I don't like to burn my tongue. It just makes the eating process not fun. So I am feeling it, and it looks like we are good to go with eating. Also, you can see the Christmas tree over here. I got a lot of energy. Regardless, time for me to grab the Pepsi that I will be drinking tonight. Now, do I want a glass? That's a good question. The answer is yes. I want a chilled glass. I keep chilled mugs in my freezer, and that's really where it's at. The chilled mug makes the drink all more desirable. Now, I also have a bunch of ice. Now, I don't have an ice maker because I'm not one of those fancy people that have ice makers. I might dress fancy, but I don't have an ice maker. But I do have this, and these are balls of ice that are great for making a cold drink in a chilled mug. it will make the drink even colder. And a cold drink is a good drink, in my opinion. I mean, honestly, I don't like drinking hot drinks as much as I like drinking cold drinks. And I really fill this mug up to like the top with ice. And it is a chilled mug, so the mug itself is already cold. It's been in the freezer indefinitely. That's where I keep my mugs. For this exact reason, because the best thing to do is to have a mug for when you want to drink a drink. Because the mug is already going to be chilled, it's going to work out a lot better in the long run. Wow, I have a lot of headspace. I don't really like that. I do want to fix that, but I don't have a lot of time. The chilled mug only works for so long. You see the chilled mug right here? It's actually an A&W mug. I collect these. This one's a 2002 A&W mug. My dad collects them too. It's kind of a father-son thing. You get it if you get it, you know? It's also like, who goes to A&W anymore? I don't even know if they're still around. It's a fast food restaurant. If you go, I mean, it's a good place, but they don't really have a lot of destinations anymore. They used to be all over the place. But we're just tilting down because I don't like how much headroom I have. So I'm doing something about it because I can, right? Anyways, it's nice to have you here. Thank you for being part of the live stream. We're going to be eating some dinner tonight. So if you want to eat with me, you can pull up a chair and we'll eat together. We'll have dinner. I can read what people are saying when I can find one. Oh, there's 3 near you? The A&Ws. We were talking about these A&W mugs, which I don't know, do they still sell these mugs at the A&W fast food restaurants? Because that's where you used to be able to buy them. They had like collectible mugs that were there every once in a while. Oh, they're all connected to KFC. They don't? That sucks. I haven't gotten an A&W mug since 2005, I think. They used to release they used to release a mug every year, and there would be a design. This is a chilled mug. Oh, the Pepsi's way too cold. Look at that. It's more of a... Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. The Pepsi turned into a slushie, which I think is a good thing. I don't know. I haven't had Pepsi in a long time. Whatever makes the experience better. If a slushie Pepsi makes it better, then that's just what it's going to be. You honestly don't know that, you Joe? Well, next time you're at A&W, or next time anyone's at A&W, take note from me. Let me know if they still sell these mugs. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to look it up later on the internet. The internet has all the information I need. I'm curious, because I haven't had Pepsi in a long time. I really can't tell because it's a slushie, which is actually really great to have. I feel like I'm a winner anyways. So now I have a slushie in a chilled mug with lots of ice. And yeah, it's definitely like super thick because more than half of this is left. And look at how bubbly it is. This is a Pepsi inside of a chilled mug with a ton of ice. And then I have my meal down here. If you've served yourself your meal and you're ready to eat, I'm ready to eat too. And I've got my salad and my chicken and my potatoes. And now it's just time for us to eat together. And chill. These potatoes are real good. The potatoes turned out right. I just put my whole hand in them. I really need to see if this drink's gonna work. That is delicious. But I don't know if it's because it's a Pepsi or if it's because it's a slushie. Because it's fun to drink right now because it's a slushie. Which, you know, I guess wasn't intentional. Oh, hey, Mikey Milwaukee's here. Mikey is my moderator. It's basically an ice cream, yeah. It has, well, it's an ice drink because it definitely has only a dash of Pepsi. I like it. But Mikey Milwaukee's here. Mikey, thanks for joining. He's the moderator on TikTok. If you're on YouTube or on TikTok, you know, things happen in the chat. And Mikey's a great moderator, but unfortunately he only moderates on TikTok. But over on YouTube, it's great to have you here, and I hope that you're having fun to chat too, and that nothing's getting too weird. I'll double check what's going on in there in a second, but over here on this one, I see that Mikey's back and Mikey's in the chat. Mikey is a great guy. Thanks for sending him some love. He does a great job moderating, and he is a fantastic moderator. If you need him to also moderate for you on something that you stream live, he might be able to help you out. He does like doing that for other people, and does it for a lot of other people. He is a great internet guy. He loves the internet. Oh, he's all over that thing. He knows it so well. But we are eating right now, and I hope you're eating with me. Yeah, Mikey, did you make yourself dinner tonight? I hope you did. I hope you did. Now we've got salad, potatoes. Let's see, the salad, I do actually need to do the last thing, which is mix the salad. The salad is a very basic salad with salt and peppers, cheese, and banana pepper juice. That's right, that's it. That's all that's in it. And it's going to be just enough. And I just need to rotate it to make sure that the cheese gets on the bottom too. And now I can eat my salad. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes simple salads are the best way. The best way to do it. I really love a good simple salad. This one right here, with just cheese, lettuce, and banana pepper juice. It's honestly one of my favorite salads. And I think you should give it a try. You just need a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of cheese, and a little bit of salad. And then when it comes to the banana pepper juice, it's kind of like you gotta just judge how much to pour in. It's really hard to give you a measurement on that. I don't even know how much to pour in. I just pour in the amount I think is desired for it to work. Every once in a while I like to add more, but for the most part, it ends up being a minimal amount. Not a whole lot. Also, you don't know why you had to follow me again. You unfollowed me? No, wait, no, you're fine, Mikey. It's alright. Tree needs a star. It has a Santa on top. But it does need a star. Oh, that's delicious. It's a juicy salad. The banana pepper juice that's used in it is what makes it juicy. The cheese, the salt and pepper, all that stuff mixed together makes it an easy salad to inhale. Just eat it real fast. Now, if you've asked any questions, you want me to answer those questions, and you asked a long time ago, now would be the time to copy and paste and ask me that question. Because I can't go up there and stream through everything, but I would like to answer questions that people have asked. And if there's something that you have a burning desire to hear my answer to, and you asked it earlier, feel free to just copy and paste and put it down in the chat, and I'll be sure to say it, because I can read from here. You love banana peppers? So, you've never tried using the juice? Okay, so another thing for you, Chad. Here's another tip. When you have Hawaiian Island onion chips, which, I don't know if you like those onion chips, but if you're using those chips, and you crunkle those chips up and you put them in a bowl, and you use the banana pepper juice, and you make a chip salad, which I've made a video about on my YouTube channel and on my TikTok channel. If you go back into my profile, you can find a video where I make a salad using chips, and I use the banana pepper juice to also make a salad using chips. And it basically is like a wet cereal-ish type of thing going on. It doesn't work with everybody. It's not something everyone likes to eat, and everyone likes this. But some people really do like it. So you might want to watch the video and give it a try. It's something that I like to eat, and something that I've made as a, appetizer for guests that they've never touched. And that's okay that they never touched it, because it was really for me. What did I have for dinner tonight? I got it right here in front of me. I'm still eating. We got some potatoes. Made tacos again. That's good. Yeah, Chad, if you have a hard time finding that video, I'll send it to you. So if you can't find it, shoot me a message, I'll send it to you. Is dinner... Yeah, dinner's really good, actually. I need to focus on what I'm doing now, which is eating. It's nice to have all you people here to eat with you. I hope you're eating too. And if you're not eating, I hope you're just having fun observing me eat. But if we're eating together, it's great. And I'm trying to focus a little bit more on making sure to eat faster. Because it takes me so long to eat when I'm live streaming because I like to talk so much. Which is probably a good thing for doing live streaming. I can just do this for hours. I have friends that have seen me do like a one-man show for a long period of time. While I had other people to interact with, I still just chose to keep talking. I mean, I like to talk a lot. Sometimes I really am talking just because I can, and not really talking to any specific person, but if there's people with whom I feel more comfortable about doing it. But now that I'm filming myself, I also feel a lot more comfortable about talking too. So it's not like crazy and just talking to myself. I'm actually talking to people that are out there in the real world. Or robots. Yeah, my food's already getting cold. That's a good point. The potatoes. Were hot when I ate one, but now that I'm getting around to eating my actual chicken, let's see how the chicken turned out. You've been patiently waiting for me to eat some of the chicken to see how it turned out. Well, now's that moment. Oh, and it's delicious. Thanks for asking. And the chicken's just warm, not cold, but not hot. So, I've lucked out. I have myself a delicious meal. Yeah, I do like the tree up. You should get the tree up too. Cats love trees. It's true. But this tree right here took like 10 minutes to put up. And we did it in a live stream. And we did more Christmas lights on it last night. Which, tonight we'll do some things too, but different things. We're going out to the shed tonight. And that's also why I'm trying to finish up eating. So I'm going to get out to the shed and start a good project. So we've got options. And that's what I like. Otis destroyed it. Maybe that's really funny. That does happen. Cats can really destroy trees. You come back every night as I'm eating. That's a really good time. I appreciate having you here. Hopefully you enjoy the fact that you just tune in every time that I start eating. It is one of the better parts of the video. The part that I tend to get, substance in my body. It's nice to have you here. All the people that have joined on TikTok and on YouTube, thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here. Be sure to push like and share the stream if whoever you think would also like to watch it. And push like a whole bunch of times. Share it with whoever you can. And then, maybe follow me and watch my other videos. If I amuse you. If not, that's cool. But then why are you here? How much amuse you some of you because you've been watching. And maybe you're not watching. Maybe you just do what I do sometimes and start flipping through lives and then forget that you're on your phone and put your phone down. But that's just because my attention span can be off sometimes. Man, potatoes smell so good. I haven't really tried the broccoli. I do appreciate that I'm actually eating a lot faster than I was last time. Sometimes it takes me forever to finish eating when I'm broadcasting myself live. But today, Because you were real focused on actually finishing up the accomplishment. And my day was good. How was your day, Andrew? Well, we have options in the shed. Thanks for asking what we're going to do in the shed, but I'd rather decide when we're out there. But we're probably going to put together a sky rail. That's really what it's probably going to be. It's an old toy that I found. It was in my parents' house between a piece of wood and another piece of wood in an attic space. And that's good, Andrew. Not every day is going to be perfect, but it's good that it was alright. I don't think every day, needs to be perfect or amazing, but as long as you can get through the day, that's a good thing. So I'm happy you got through your day and you're here now with me. And with you, you're here with me, you're eating maybe. If you're just tuning in, you'll get the part of the video where I'm eating dinner after I've cooked it. You've missed the cooking part, but I do stream every day and try to cook in my videos, so if you want to watch me cook, just follow and tune in tomorrow night to watch me cook dinner. You can do that on TikTok and on YouTube. Also, you can check out my other videos. And it's nice having you. So I hope you're eating with me, or if you just tuned in and you're already eating, and I'm eating with you now. But if you're just getting home and you're just finishing up cooking or starting up cooking, it doesn't really matter, we're doing it together. Even if you're not eating yet, I'm eating now, you could be eating in a little while too. After you've done cooking your thing, the chicken really came out good, and definitely my favorite part. It's a good thing I'm waiting for that to be out lunch. It's definitely better than the broccoli came out. I'm gonna get the broccoli down. And this is the first Pepsi I've had in quite a while. I put it in this mug. It was a chilled mug with a lot of ice. And it's more of a slushy than it is anything else. Because it was just in the refrigerator for maybe too long. Or just the right amount of time, depending on how you look at things. If you're just joining in, it's been 121 minutes of me cooking and now me eating. So welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you being here. What is your trophy for? Oh, that trophy up there? For MVP. I got the MVP award in 2010 while working at camp. And I'm the only person who's ever received that award at that camp. Because I went above and beyond. And it was recognized, and no one's been able to quite go above and beyond how I was able to. And to be honest, it was a perfect storm type of situation, where all the elements were in my favor, and I was able to pull through for a lot of people, and things that really were. Oh, the camp was I worked at the camp, and it's a day camp in Pasadena called Camp Adventure. It's an amazing camp. It does LARPing for the kids, basically. It's an interactive treasure hunt adventure with different characters coming in every day throughout the entire summer, and all they do is basically wreak havoc and steal things, and then campers need to figure out how to get back those things. Really, it's a fun job. It was one of the best jobs I've ever had, because I used to hire people to come into a camp to beat up counselors and then to yell at kids and then to run away. And it would contribute to the storyline. And sometimes it would scare the campers, which was a given, but it's a story, and it was part of the story of this treasure hunt that they were on. And every year, the camp does a new treasure hunt, and the kids get treasure at the end of the adventure. And the kids also get to interact with different characters to try to figure out what's going on, to solve mysteries, and to figure out where the treasures are good. Or where to, sorry, the word dig for treasure. And the kids do. Which is like kind of a form of punishment. It's so much flair. So, because it's so much fun, it's not fun. But the kids complain about it. But it was a great job. It was actually the best job I've ever had. So, if you're young and you're thinking about working at a summer camp, do it. You want to do it when you're young. Because as soon as you get out of a certain age group, it's weird to work at a summer camp. If you're young and you're around your peers, it's like the best thing in the world. And then you know, if you stay around for too long, you start to realize that, oh wait, no, this is for young people. And also doesn't pay that good, so it's like, I mean, the job I had paid good, because I was doing a different kind of job. But, like, normally, camp jobs don't pay that well. So you can't really, like, live off of them. Plus, you know, like, it really only works if you're, like, a teacher. And sometimes that's cool. But it's a lot cooler when you're the same age as everybody else and everyone's just, like, being kids, you know, and that's just like the young youthfulness. And when you start getting older and you work at a camp, you really feel way older than you actually are, because everyone's just being silly and young. And you know, when you start to get older, we stop being as silly, and we definitely stop being as young because we're older. But I like with me, I'm incredibly hyperactive, and I have a lot of silliness to me. But I can calm myself down a lot more. But when I was younger, I couldn't do that. If you grew up with me, you know what I'm talking about. I had a lot of energy. It was always really hard for me to calm myself down. Now it takes seconds, but before it used to take hours. If I was talking fast, I'd be talking fast for hours. Now I can go in and out of it. I can talk really fast and then I can stop. It just wasn't part of the equation back then. I can't stand still. I do still have that. Thanks for sharing the live stream, Mikey. But Joe, you are 100% right. I still have so much energy. Sometimes I feel like I'm 3 or 4 people. It tastes better as a slushy. You see what Pepsi tastes like? Pepsi as a slushy is pretty good, but Pepsi, I haven't had Pepsi in a long time, so that's what's going on right now. We're just eating dinner and also having a Pepsi for the first time in a long time. And Pepsi's not as good as I don't even remember, so I can't even like say. Well, it is refreshing. Is it just refreshing because it's a cold drink? Everyone says how chill you are, Joe. Yeah, you are chill. Thanks for coming in to be part of the live stream. I appreciate you being here. And I like how much you interact in the chat. Great guy. Thank you. Over there on YouTube, it looks like the only one that's really interacting in the chat is I'm still here, and it's great to have you here. I hope you're still watching. And I'm just, you know, finishing up my dinner and getting ready to go outside to finish up the second half of this broadcast, which is going to be me doing a project in the shed. Yeah, I got you, man. But we're finishing up the chicken part of the meal now. No, now it's cold. Well, I knew that. I didn't know it was going to happen. It was warm when I started cutting into it. It's not cold. It's not warm anymore. So I shouldn't be looking for it. It's still really good. The thing that was the biggest surprise so far tonight was, you know, I completely lost what I was talking about, because I got an idea. What I want to do now is I actually want to cut up all the chicken, so then I don't have to cut it up anymore, and I'll eat it up a lot faster, and then we can go outside and do the second half of the broadcast, which is once again on TikTok and on YouTube. Thanks for joining. It's nice to have all the fine people here. Thanks for being part of the live stream. Feel free to follow and share it with whoever you think would also like to watch it. But we're finishing off the eating by also cutting up all the chicken beforehand, and I'm going to put it into this bowl. Mix it up with the banana pepper juice that I have in there. It was from the salad. Because I had a salad that had cheese and banana pepper juice. That was basically it, actually. Also some salt and peppers. It's a very simple salad, one of the best salads I can make. And it's really easy to eat, and it's a lot of fun to make because it's just so easy. When things are easy, they can be a lot of fun. Now we are finishing up cutting up this chicken. I'm trying to do it in a fast, timely manner so we can move on to the next step of doing things in the shed. Which the shed, I worked on a little bit today to try to improve the ability for me to have lighting in there. And we're gonna see if the lighting is better. I've been meaning to work on it, and I gave a little bit of thought into it, but it's easier to actually work on that lighting when I'm in the, nighttime scenario that I can see all the shadows I cast and whatnot, and where to actually put the light to best illuminate my scene. Yes, that's right. Illuminating the scene. I took a lot of lighting classes when I was in college, because I took entertainment classes. So I'm an entertainment worker. And yet, it blows my mind still. I was talking about this the other day, about how this live streaming stuff's so easy, and how you can just do it like this. And how, I can have minimal lighting, and yet the cameras are able to adjust properly and make sure that the lighting is actually even to a certain extent. I mean, it's still wrong at some points, but it's forgivable. But the color might be off sometimes, but it's the camera deciding what to do on its own without me adjusting anything. And it is a little weird. I thought that was butter. Yeah, the Alfredo worked really well. This chicken came out very well. I'm just cutting it all up now, and I'm going to throw it into this bowl. And I guess I'm actually continuing to cook it, because I'm now going to put it into more flavors and put it into some. See, and what I did notice is that I have some banana pepper juice at the bottom of this bowl, along with some cheese that I'd love to eat, and that I like to use. I don't want to waste it, and I know it's a minimum amount, but I feel like I'll eat this chicken faster, and we'll get out to the shed faster if I cut it all up and throw it into that bowl. It's just a feeling. I don't know if it'll actually make me eat faster, but I'm feeling it will. There we go. Yes, here it is. All of that chicken is here, now in there, and we are ready. So hopefully, eat this up a little faster. Now that I have the cheese in there, getting on everything like that, I got a little cheesy Alfredo peppercini chicken basically going on. Oh, it would be a good idea to cut it all up. Much easier for me to eat. This will go by a lot faster. I don't know what you were eating tonight, but whatever it was, I hope that you had yourself a good meal too. I know I've had myself a good meal tonight. I really appreciate you taking the time. Or you taking the time to eat with me. Because I'm taking the time to eat with you. Chicken is delicious. I hope maybe you like chicken. If you tried to do the same recipe as me, hopefully I was slow enough or informative enough for you to be able to do the same things I did. What about it? Chicken's really good. I'm really excited to finish eating. We hope to find people outside of me to share. We've got quite a bit of things to do. The shed tonight will probably be the sky wall, but we got other things to do in the shed too. Really, the possibilities aren't limitless, but there are many of what can go on in the shed. The shed has an old toy in it that I used to play with when I was a kid. That kind of like the weirdest place in my parents' attic like area. And we're at least going to give that a look-see. See if it could be assembled again. If not, we might just play it later. Regardless, if you were here for when the Bandit and the, well, we gotta start. So, I'm almost done eating, but I will catch people up. If you missed out, last week I played with Legos and I made a scenario. There's this last tree on Earth. And a guy named the Bandit had barricaded around the tree, basically taking it over. And there's a guy named Dr. Bambino. Oh, not Bambino. It's Dr. Bombardo. There's Dr. Bombardo. Dr. Bombardo and his friends are trying to take over the tree. You know, they plan on cutting it down, but they don't really know that that'll kill the tree, because they know nothing about trees. There's only one tree in the whole world. But the Bandit is trying his hardest to protect the tree. He used Francis the Dragon helping him. And a whole bunch of other guys. A monkey. It's named Jack. And Doctor and Bandit up in opposing ends and are fighting. Francis is a dragon. He has a problem when he's consistently breathing fire, so I don't think he can talk. Because Francis is always breathing fire, like 24/7. It's just like one of the downfalls of his character in some way. Like, he's very powerful, but since he's blowing fire all the time, he has to be really careful. But Rashad is an old toy. But we're going to talk about, before we go out there, Dr. Bombardo and the Bandit were resolved with who won. Because my nephew, I explained to him the story of my nephew, and I asked him how that story would end. And unfortunately, the Bandit loses. And the Doctor triumphs. Bombardo makes it a tree, and he cuts the tree down. And that's what my nephew said happens. So we've figured that out. I'm just informing you fine people that my nephew is very, very into this story, but really wants Dr. Bombardo to win. He understands that the tree gets cut down, Bombardo wins. And he's okay with that too. Not really any logic to why, but you know, he's a kid. And like I said, I let him decide which one wins. And he decided. And I had fun doing that night, so if you know what I'm talking about, well, it's a great thing. Now we've finished eating dinner. I hope you've also finished eating dinner too. And we move on to the next part of the live stream, which is Exception, which is really just going back to the shit. We've got a sky rail to look at and see if we can put it back together. I also have been working on the lighting out there. So we're going to try some new things and see if it works out. This is a Pepsi in a chilled mug, which isn't really chilled anymore, but there's lots of ice in this mug. And Pepsi is something I haven't really drank in a whole bunch of in a long time. And to be honest, it just tastes like sugar. Sugar water. Pepsi doesn't have a kick like Coke does. You can feel it when you drink a Coke. Like it pinches your throat a little. But this is so cold. I love cold drinks. And this drink right here, it is as cold as it can be. It is chilled. trying to finish it. It feels more like a punishment. I'm not gonna finish this. No. Pepsi's. It's very cold too, which is refreshing, but it just doesn't really work for me. Pepsi's your third favorite pop? I can see that. Yeah. I think that mine is really just Dr. Pepper, and then everything else is just below Dr. Pepper. And Pepsi is below everything else. Except for Squirt. Whatever that. Wait, and Mountain Dew. I hate that. But I used to like it when I was a kid. But what did I know when I was a kid? I didn't know anything. But I hate Mountain Dew. I just hate it. I can't drink it up. Ooh, I'd like to try the wild cherry Pepsi. I always like trying cherry drinks. When I was in high school, pretty much for an entire year, I had cherry Coke for lunch. Yeah, it was like, there's this pizza place that was right by my house, or right by the school, and they had cherry Coke, and I would have cherry Coke pretty much every lunch period. Man, to be just drinking Coke, it's made things so much fun. Alright, so now we're moving on to the next part of the live stream. If you're just joining, welcome. We just finished eating dinner. We also cooked dinner, and now we're moving on to the shed. So I'm going to be moving the camera in just a second, but I am streaming live on YouTube and on TikTok. Thanks for joining. Be sure to subscribe or follow. Look at my channel. Look at my profile. Go through some of my videos. Maybe share this live stream. Let's see if we can get other people in that would like to be here. If you think of somebody that would like to watch me, are you looking at me and going, oh my gosh, you look like this person. I should send it to that person so that person can see that you look like them. Yeah, you could do that. You can also just send it to people that you think would actually like to watch me. Maybe. But we're going to be hanging out in the shed now, so don't send it to them if you're sending them like a video that you think that they want to watch someone eat. I'm not eating anymore in this video. I will be moving on to the next part of the video, which is actually doing a project outside in the shed. So, we're going to be moving the camera, but I do appreciate all you fine people. I try to answer any questions that are in the chat. If I missed your question or anything, just feel free to pop it in there again, and I'll be sure to answer your questions. But right now is the time for me to move my cameras, and you're going right outside. So just stick with me. If we get disconnected, just come on back. I'm going to still be here. We're going to be broadcasting for a while longer. It's Wednesday night. We're going to have some fun. We're going on out to the shed. Just disconnecting cameras. We've been broadcasting for 142 minutes, and now we're moving out to the shed. If you've been watching the whole time, congratulations. Thank you for being part of the live stream for that long. But we're going to be moving out there, and it'll be fun to do this next half. So just kind of feel me when I'm saying I gotta adjust some things like the tripod, so I'm actually gonna do that out here because I know I won't need to do that to the certain extent there. One leg is longer than the other, and now outside we go. I do feel like it's getting better with moving with these cameras, but you know, still getting used to it. Ooh, it's colder than I thought it was going to be. Maybe I'll have to grab a jacket. Did I leave the door open? I left the door open. Look at that. You see that door? That door's open. No, okay. Well, we've got the door to take care of. Light to take care of. Oops. There it is. Hold on. Adjusting my tripod. Uh-oh. Okay, almost there. Hold on one second. I just need to drop the legs down. Okay. Can everything be seen? To a certain extent. Looks like it's a bit tilted. I gotta go grab a jacket. it's colder out here than I thought it would be, but I do want to adjust the tripod to be right first before I go inside, in case I need to grab anything for the live stream. It's nice to have all you fine people here. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for being part of the stream. We're just going to adjust some cameras just a little bit and see if we can get everything nice. Well, let's see what's in frame. Okay, good. Both cameras can see this table right here. Let's just try to get it to be. Some crap fell on the ground. But it's okay, that just happens sometimes. Let's just get these cameras moved a little bit more, and down, and up, and down, and up, and look at that. We've got ourselves some framing done. And you can sit and you will be able to see me, and you'll be able to see the table in front of me on both YouTube and on TikTok. Unfortunately, I do need to go inside and just grab a jacket really quick. I'll be right back. I also need to grab one more light bulb because I did forget that I was bringing another light bulb out here. But we're going to have some fun in the shed. So if you're just tuning in, you got to bear with me and you guys got to wait for me to come back. But if you've been here for a while, just please wait for me and I'll be right back. Right back. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry it took me so long. I hope you're still here and no one left. Good. I like to see people are still stuck with me. Hey, I did forget the light bulb, but we're going to figure that out in a minute. I don't want to go back inside and leave you fine people anymore. We're going to be sticking together and being part of this live stream. It's just me staying in the live stream the whole time without walking in and out of the shot so often. No, I don't like doing that. Nope, but I just did it again. But I'm back already. I just shut the door. You know, I have 9 neighbors, so I gotta think about them. And I'm in the shed, which is outside, which is more... Sorry, I got distracted. I also am looking at this lighting more. Okay, so let's see how this works. So we're gonna just go up to the top half of the shed. I got some non-dimmable lights. They're not dimmable, but yeah, that's fine. We're gonna see how this works. These are gonna be bright, probably, but let's just see if this is. These are like old light bulbs that I used to use with an old lighting kit. So we're gonna find out if this helps the shed light up better. It might be way too bright, and then I'm gonna have to figure it out. Okay, that light bulb does not fit because it is of different size. So, let's get another light bulb. Bear with me, we're gonna just try changing up the lighting in the shed a little bit. That's what's going on right now. Trying to figure this out. Where are my other lights? I got a lot of stuff in this shed, you know? Things here, things there, all over the place. So we're gonna try. We're gonna try this. Let's see if any of these work. So let's see what type of light bulbs we got here. 60. These are all the exact same light bulbs the one that I just tried. So I know that these aren't gonna work. So we're gonna just change up the lighting in here a little bit. But you're getting tired? You gotta lay down. Take care of yourself. Oh, we're just hanging out in the shed. Thanks for coming in here. Charming kitty. I think that's your name. I'm not wearing my glasses, which is making it a lot harder for me to read. And I don't know why I'm doing it to myself. I could go and get glasses. But we are trying to just improve the lighting a little bit and shed. I do feel like it's really grainy. And I just don't like that. But if I stand over here by the light, I guess I'm okay with that. Let's just go ahead and do the project tonight. Regardless, I didn't expect all these light bulbs to be exactly the same. But I gotta put these light bulbs back in the shed, up in the top part. We're still in the shed, I'm not gonna have to leave the room. Nope. No, these are stored in here, tucked in here. You know what? Bear with me. One more second. I'll be gonna be right back. I need to go grab a light that I think I know where it is. Alright, Sorry about that. I'm back now. I had to step out while watching Vegas Country. That was nice to hear. Okay, good. But I went and grabbed this light, which is something that I don't know if it's going to work, but I do know when I was taking film classes, when I was in my college years, I used to use this light as a fill light a lot of the time when I was like filming certain things. So it coming back out makes sense, but I don't even know if it works anymore. It kind of got demoted to a corner in my room. It just happens sometimes with the things you own. I mean, it moved with me like 3 times. I've never plugged it in, maybe for like the past 5 years, but it still moved with me. I saw it the other day in like the junk drawer, or the junk closet. But let's see if this light still works. Made in Taiwan. It should. The odds are in its favor. Oh. Yeah. Here we go. That's going to fix some things. Alright. So that can go right here. Now, stay up. It's weird using this light again. I've used it on so many projects and independent. I've filmed a lot of short films that are hard to find. They're on the internet regardless, but I used to film a lot of things. And I used to film a lot of videos. And I used to use this light to illuminate scenes. And I'll be using it again, like 10 years later. And it actually worked out to my favor. It works very well. A lot better than I thought it was going to work. But it does actually make sense that it would work because this is exactly why I used to use this light. This light gives a good even tone. Look at that. I used to use it as a fill. But I think there were times where I got away with using only that light. Now I want to see what it looks like in the shed when I shut this light off. Good. Good. We're making some progress here with changing the lighting in the shed. I do see that the adjustment that I need to make on one of the cameras, which is the YouTube camera. Sorry about that, all you people out there in YouTube. I am broadcasting myself in 2 different places, and I saw that I was cutting my head off. I apologize. That's not professional. But hey, I brought attention to it, and I fixed it. So now you can see me more clearly. And you got some headroom on both the TikTok and the YouTube stream. If you're just joining, I'm now in my shed. We're going to be doing a project out here in the shed tonight. And if you're looking to just kind of watch someone else do something rather than, you know, watch something really pointless on the TV or just rewatch something that you've already rewatched or browse Netflix for an hour, and if you don't feel like doing any of that stuff, and you just want to watch me, well, that's an option now. I'm doing this, and feel free to share it with whoever you think would also like to watch me. I'm streaming myself live to entertain myself, entertain you. I talk a lot, so this is really working out in my favor. Also, feel free to say anything you want in the chats. I don't have my glasses on, but I'll go up there and read them every once in a while, but I do try to answer people's questions. So if you have something you want to ask me, just feel free to do so, and I will try to answer those questions. Now, if I don't answer the question and you feel like, you know, I didn't see it, then maybe I didn't see it. So say it again. I am, you know, trying to actually answer people's questions. And a shout out to Mikey and Rocky, who's the moderator on the TikTok stream. Thank you for being here, and thank you for taking the time to police the chat. It is an important thing to do. And over here in YouTube, I see that more people are joining in. I like to see that that's happening. Feel free to share and also subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of videos daily, and I try to stream every day. Well, yeah, every day. I don't cook every day, but I try to stream myself cooking, and that is basically Monday through Friday. And I mean, I'm so friendly. This is the 4th week into streaming myself, so it's great to have you here. Thank you for being here. We're going to have some fun in the shed, and we're going to actually open up an old toy. Now, when I was a little kid, I remember my mom got me a toy that I wanted, that I saw a commercial for, which I feel like a lot of you can also agree that is something that is relatable, something you saw a commercial for and you wanted that toy. And this is the 90s, so there's a lot of toys like that in the 90s. Tons of toys that people really, really wanted to like sell you. We're also going to just change the lighting a little bit. I just did that again. I'm just going to do this and turn this light back on because it's important to have a backlight. I don't like how big the shadow is behind me. It looks kind of weird. I can be specific because I work in entertainment, so that does make sense, right? I care about how the lighting is. Now, actually, I really like this because my shoulders, you can see the shadows of my shoulders, but you can't see the shadow of my head. And that is a perfect thing to have going on right here. I love this lighting. This is great lighting in the shed. I hope you're enjoying it too. If you don't like it, well, you know, just too artistic for me. I don't know. Regardless, when I was a kid, back to what I'm saying and what the project is in the shed right now, which is when I was a kid, I was advertised something called the Suspended Sky Rail. It's a marble set. You can see this picture right here, which I will turn that picture. There's a lot of dust on it. I didn't actually mean to do that with my hand. Let's get some rags out. The shed has everything you need in order to do stuff like this. And this is a big rag, but I don't know how the pieces are going to be. I have not checked this box out. I did just grab this box from my parents' house. It's an old toy that I had that got lodged in between some wood, and I guess we ended up keeping it anyways. It's a little bit warped, looks like it's a little damaged. We're going to see if we can play with this toy, but in the late 90s, I remember seeing an ad for it, and I remember asking for it for Christmas. Now, I don't know if you know about this Suspended Sky Rail, but it is just a marble set, and most likely, I just saw it probably in a magazine, but part of my memory wants to think I saw an ad for it, but I don't think I actually recollect a full commercial, or maybe it was like one of those really spotty commercials that lasts like no time at all, or it might have been something that someone won on one of the game shows during the Nickelodeon show, because they used to have a lot of really cool stuff I used to really want. And yeah, the Nickelodeon show had just like really random products sometimes that some kid would win if they, you know, won Legend of the Forbidden Temple. Which, if you don't know about Legend of the Forbidden Temple, I would suggest you YouTube that because it's actually pretty cool. Even if you didn't grow up watching it, it's still crazy. It's a crazy show, and it was really great. It was a great game show, and I feel like it's coming back, but it hasn't made its entrance back in. Regardless, this is the toy we're going to be playing with tonight. It's the Sky Rail. It's the suspension Sky Rail. It glows in the dark. It's made in Italy? Okay. I don't really know what the brand is, but actually it looks really good. I wasn't expecting it to be this clean, but it is. It's super clean. The box is crazy good. The manual still works. As in, the paper's still turning. It's a good thing, right? Expected. Now, it looks like it's a tube system. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting. You need to use the ropes in order to suspend it. Okay, I mean, like, well, let's play with it. Let's see if it works. It looks like you have to assemble the whole thing for it to be able to, like, really assemble, or for it to be, like, really right, but I feel like I'm old enough to where I can kind of figure out a way to do this that, oh wow, that's crazy. I cut each one of these pieces of string for it to be matched to each one? I guess I did. Should I leave like this maybe pre-assembled to some extent? Oh, well, maybe I should just listen to my younger self and see if my younger self can help my older self do this really fast. I kind of feel like there might have been a cheat, because, you know, like, I used to build these things all the time when I was a kid, and sometimes I just need it up so that I can get like the next thing up, and I have people coming over. yeah, I kind of left all the pieces together. But I feel like this rubber band was being used for a specific reason, and everything was separated, and now it is not. So let's see if I could salvage this and make it faster. Okay, so they like hook onto this. Oh, that rubber band just had to be broken. I could see that, yeah, okay. After reading the manual, well, I guess I'm undoing everything that I did. I haven't played this in a long time, so it does make sense that I'm just gonna undo even the things that it looked like I pre-assembled that, or like had that ready to be put up. And there was like a rubber band around it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We've got multiple bases. Let's just build this together and have some fun. I don't know if we'll finish the build, but let's try to. Let's see what's going on with this suspension sky rail, made in Italy. You know, so shed activity overall. It was a good shed activity, isn't it? Yes. So, I'm gonna get myself familiar with what I'm doing. What am I doing? It looks like you just build the one single. Well, I mean, this will only be able to go so high, too. Am I going to be okay with doing this in the shed? I don't know how tall this thing is, but we're just going to start building it, and we're going to figure it out as we go along. But this piece does not want to go in here, which means it's probably not made for that area. Let's just see if there's another thing that I'm missing here. This might take me forever. But regardless, we're going to do it right now together. So if you're enjoying it, please be sure to push like, follow, and be part of the chat. And, you know, be part of the moment. And let me know that you want me to keep doing it. Let's see. So there's just numerous ways. You know, I never did this way. Okay, that makes sense to me. We're going to make a huge ramp from here, and we'll give it a loop. So we'll do a ramp and then a loop. And it's called the looping track is what they have here. Now, there's a suspension bridge thing that you can do. There's a couple of other things you could do to also have it go intricately through the house, which that would just be intricately through the shed. But the loop one actually is the one that I want to see if we can get that down, because it would be fun to do a loop. And I feel like the shed is built to have that happen right here. And on both cameras, I can see that it would be framed right, so I don't need to reframe anything. So we're just going to do that. But first, also, let me just go over to these cameras really quick and give them a check. Dang it. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the follows, for being here, and thanks for the roses and whatnot. We're going to have some more fun. We're going to put together this marble track, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that everyone's joined in on the live stream. I do try to answer the chats every once in a while, but it takes me a little while to get back over there. Right now, I need to start building this if I want to finish it tonight and get to bed early. Regardless, I'm signing up for something that is going to take a little while, and you're signing up for it too if you're tuning in. And I'm happy to have you here, and I'm happy to be doing it with you. We're going to be playing with some marbles and just playing with some old toys from the 90s. This is the Sky Rail set, made in Italy, that was bought in the 90s at some point in time, which I believe was actually advertised to me on TV somehow, but I don't think it was a commercial. But I remember seeing it on TV, but I don't know how I saw it on TV. I suspect Legends of the Hidden Temples, or something that was just like a TV show. I'm putting the beams together. I saw in the manual how I could put everything together, and I just have to decide which way I want to make the base. The base is a suspension of different pieces to give it the durability it needs to have a high and a low point. So I just have to decide how I want to set up the beams, but I do actually want to look at some of the examples again, because it is important that, you know, I actually get something out of this. Maybe I'll learn something a little tonight. It's always fun to do these things. It looks like a lot of people, you see, like, I'm still going to have to suspend. I'm still going to have to use the ropes. So you're still going to see me use some ropes tonight. But it looks like most of the builds that have the Skyrail making a loop have a very spread out base. And that makes sense to me because the base is spread out enough. And I like how these old guides, they used to just give you a picture and be like, hey, you know, we're not going to tell you step by step. You figure it out. And that's what this old guide is. And I can figure it out still. Honestly, I love that they just kind of put the faith in the kids. And they're like, the kids will figure it out. Like, they will. They want to build it. And it's true. We did want to build it. But, you know, sometimes I think something else is wrong. No, it's not wrong. Yeah, just figuring it out now. So it goes like this. That's easy. Or is it? Let's find out. All right. So we're going to do this. Yeah, I got it. It's kind of interesting how small this picture is, but how detailed it is at the same time. Incredibly detailed. I'm going to do this bottom one. And this guy. If you're just tuning in, I'm building a Skyrail. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for dropping in and being part of the live stream. I do go live regularly. Normally I cook and eat and then come out to the shed. And that's exactly what's happening right now. I already cooked, I already have eaten, and now I'm out in the shed, and you're out in the shed with me, and we're playing with some toys. An old toy from the 90s that is a Skyrail that launches marbles. And I haven't played with it in years. I found it recently in the garage, and we are just seeing if it really still like works and whatnot. And you know what? It's gonna work. It's gonna be fine. But I do need to make sure to put these last couple of pieces on. Now, there's no piece that has all four sides, is there? Oh, there is. Oh, so this is the piece that would go right here. Yep. No. Nope. No, it would not. No. There's not that many of these four pieces, but these are the four pieces that I just realized that's what they want you to use for the bases. So if you don't use it, you won't be able to connect, because I was trying to figure out how it was going to have me connect like 4 different ways when it only has 2 ways to connect. But of course there's a piece that I just didn't know. It's not giving me an index of the pieces I need, but I still prefer it this way. Wildly prefer it this way. This is way more fun. Alright, and then the next one, which is this one. Yeah. So 1 and 2. Now, yeah, there you go. There needs to be a piece that goes like 1 down and 1 up, because I can see that it's like, oh, I didn't realize I could slide these on and off. Maybe there are pieces missing. That makes sense. Okay, that's good to know. Now we do this piece going this way. And then we do another one of these pieces. Good. And then another one of these pieces. Okay. And then we go 2 out. Dang it. That makes sense though. Needs to be 2 out. Does that make sense? Now I'm questioning myself. I haven't put together this set in a really long time. It's actually kind of exciting to do this. I'll probably critique myself massively. Okay. Oops. Yeah, and then it goes a back piece that's like 2 of these. They really give it a lot of spread in order for it to be able to go up pretty high. That makes sense, so I'm not against it. I have to make that happen somehow. Alright. Now this is the base, and that includes this guy right here. And then you just build upwards from there. Like, the base is that, just that, the foundation. You know? And now we just like use a whole bunch of the pieces to go up as high as we can, and then we'll suspend it properly when we get to it. Regardless, we're also going to build the loop, but that one's easy, so we're just going to do that now. We're going to build the loop first, because, well, let's just get it out of there. It's better. So, I use okay. So I gotta push this out and push this in now. That's right. I'm gonna put one here and one here. Now let's grab some rails. It'll be nice to know that the rails work. Now these rails are supposed to glow in the dark, but it doesn't look like they do that anymore. But they could still. But then I do a click here. Making sure I'm doing this right. Oh, right, there's a piece for that. Here it is. These are the pieces that you use to connect them together. Or I think they are. Yeah, they are. And then we're going to make a loop. Real easy stuff over here. Just making a loop, having some fun, playing in the shed. If you're just joining in, we're just playing with an old 90s toy. It is a Skyrail. It's a suspension rail system. It's an old set, it's from the 90s. It's nice to be playing with it. It's very clean, and it's in great shape. It's a really big surprise. But we're just playing with toys right now and hanging out in the shed. So if you want to hang out with me, that's just what's going on. And I know, it sounds childish. It's pretty childish. But it is a fun activity to do. I do like doing things, and I like that you're here to watch me. So feel free to share the live stream with whoever you think would want to watch me and be part of this shed, you know, roller coaster building project basically is happening right now. And also feel free to follow me and maybe tune in another time when I'm actually cooking and eating dinner, because I love making videos like that, and that's what I make a lot of videos of. So feel free to follow my accounts on TikTok and on YouTube. Also, I'm on Instagram, so feel free to follow me in any of those places, and you'll see lots of videos of me doing things, and I'll be like, this is how I do that thing. And right now, you're just actually watching me do that thing, so it's nice to have you here. Thanks for joining, and I hope that this is entertaining you as much as it's entertaining me. This is an old toy of mine, so in a way, I'm getting a little bit of a nostalgia feeling, remembering things that I used to have to keep in mind while playing with it. But it looks like we've already finished one part of this build tonight, and that is building the loop. The loop is now done. This is the loop. Now we just need to use these foundations that I've built to build a high tower that really should go past this. So we're going to try to make sure that we can clear it. Let's try to figure that out. That's going to be maybe a bit of a challenge. But regardless, we already got one part done, so I'm going to put that off to the side. And that's just right there right now. Going to fall. I still have some water, keeping myself hydrated. If you're at home too and you haven't drinking any water, this is a moment for you to acknowledge that you should take care of yourself, drink some water. I realized my voice was coming through. But hey, these things happen. Okay, so let's see. Oh. Whoppers in my pocket. That's right, candy in my pocket. These things happen, and I'm happy that there is candy in my pocket. Whoppers, what a nice surprise. Moving on to the next part of the build, but still eating these Whoppers first. It's nice to have Whoppers. Whoppers are actually kind of a weird candy, but still, it's fun to eat chocolate. And that's what it is, chocolate. Okay. Over here, we're doing these bees. We're just going to start with these ones right here. There we go. And I'm just kind of like finishing up section by section, but I actually just want to see how tall. Okay, so it needs to come up to here, basically. And we got a problem. We're going to just keep going with the build, and we're just going to try to make it work. We're just going to try to make it work with, it looks like it does need to build up speed before it goes down the ramp. Or I could just drop it to the ground, but then I have to change how the cameras are set up. I really don't want to do that, especially to just figure out how to get the lighting right. And look at this. This is the shed lighting, and it looks pretty good. I think I've actually gotten a good amount of lighting coverage in here. And I'm happy to be in here and filming myself. I hope you're happy to be watching it. Anyway, back to this build. How can I do this? I think if I... or I could take out one of the boxes. Yeah, I'll figure this out. We'll just have to use a whole bunch of other... I guess this is the same base that's built on a lot of them, because it has all of the other pieces that are also being used that I'm not going to be using for this build. But, you know, it's nice to have all these options. But we've got to start putting together the center part, which looks like I kind of already left some things pre-assembled, but I've got to use the thicker pieces first. It's going to make things a lot easier for me. If I run out of the small pieces, it's going to be chaotic. It's too hard. But I did leave a lot of these pre-assembled, or like ready to be assembled, is the best way to say that. And, you know, it's going to help. Yeah, see, we've got the middle right there going up. And that's going to need to go up pretty high to get us the height that we want. Just going to have to keep going. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for dropping in. We're just building a ramp for a marble to go through this loop. And that's it. That's all we're doing in the shed tonight. But it's nice to have you here. Thanks for dropping in. We are making some good progress. You knew... Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong. I see. If you're new to my live stream, feel free to follow and also watch my channel on YouTube or watch my profile on TikTok and check out the other videos I got going on. I like to cook a lot, so I do a lot of live streaming where I cook and eat with some fun people on the interweb. Thanks for joining and being part of the live stream. Okay, so this one's kind of weird. It wants you to be able to, like, go to the left or like this. Yeah, it wants me to do that and then keep going up. So So we're gonna try. No, that's the wrong piece. So I just rip that one off there. And this goes here. Oh, and then this goes here. There we go. We're already feeling a lot more stability right there. And that's the center beam, which just needs to be held up. To be honest, I don't know how much. It just feels like it's overcompensating. There's no way that you need all of these support beams to support such a lightweight track. That might be, whatever. I'm just gonna keep going. Gonna put these down. It just doesn't like make that much sense for. For like this to be supporting it so much, but I mean I could just be wrong. Like in a way it makes some sense, but not entirely. So we gotta keep going up from there. So I'll take this piece off. Oh wait, no, this one's fine. It's a fine piece right there. So take this piece, put that there. And I should catch up the other parts. I don't know why I'm doing this again. I should not be doing this part. I need to do the ground level parts and try to get more of the beams up. But it does look like those ones are like this. They want me to get these pieces together. Yeah, I like this one too, but I'm taking them apart. This is easier for me if I just take it apart. I can put it back together. Yeah, I don't know if I left any of this pre-assembled for me, but I'm just gonna act like I didn't. So it goes like this and then this. I don't know if I'd actually be doing it this way, because I'm not building the ramp to be used the traditional way, which this is the traditional way of it going back and forth, rather than just a down motion. But it does tell me to just do that still in the build. This is a modification build, maybe? Still figuring a couple things out over here. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for being part of the live stream. I like having you here. But we are playing with the sky rail in the shed, just hanging out, trying to figure out how this whole tour is to really work. But I do feel like I'm complicating the build by trying to do everything that it wants me to do, which isn't really what's at hand right now. We just need to make a ramp for this loop to work, this just needs to be higher. So I'm just gonna try to bypass some steps, and we're just gonna keep going forward. I do feel like I have to keep taking apart quite a bit of pieces though. I really, that's it. Alright, so this one here, this one here. Okay. This one here. So now look at that. That's some great progress right there. Although it's not going to line up if, like, we don't use the two pieces, but that's what they're for. If they're to be used, that's what this works. Oh, of course it's going to work. Yeah, it's really not that far-fetched. I'm going to use more of these. it already feels way stronger, so I feel like I could start building a ramp out. Yeah. Yep, we got this. If you're just tuning in, welcome to my live stream. I'm streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. It's good to be here. We cooked dinner, ate dinner, and now we're just hanging out in the shed playing with an old toy from the 90s. This is a sky rail, and we are making a ramp and a loop, and we are pretty much almost done. And we're just done building the supports right here, and then we're just going to build the ramp and suspend it with some cables, and that's basically it. It's just a nice chill session, and if you're looking to just watch me instead of going through Netflix trying to figure out what to watch, or just death scrolling, then I'm welcoming you to my stream, and I hope you stay. Death scrolling is a serious thing though, so if I could distract you from that, and you're interested enough to watch me just do stuff in the shed, it's great to have you here. I'm happy to have you here. And please be sure to follow, like, and subscribe, and share the live stream with whoever you think would also like to watch me hang out in the shed. I'm live on TikTok and on YouTube. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I'll be coming up soon and reading some things that are in the chat, but I have not been actually paying attention to the chat that much because I'm trying to figure out how this set works still. Which I feel like I figured it out, but like there's still a couple things that I need to, you know, absolutely figure out how to work. But at least I've made it this far, and that is an accomplishment in itself. And I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you're here with me. I'm having fun. You're having fun. Actually, I can't talk to you, but if you're still here, you're probably having fun, because why would you be watching me if you weren't having fun? Anyways, we are moving on to the next part, which is me connecting these pieces, which have already been put together. Yeah. Wow, that does make it a lot more stable. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I feel like it is necessary. You can feel that this is a sturdy, yeah, it's really holding together. Now, there's other parts to this build where things can go out this way and that way, but we're just trying to go up right now, and we're pretty much going to be blocked. So it looks like we're going to rearrange probably the way that this is set up. Whereas in the ramp's going to be over here, built up real high, and then we'll have the loop over here, and the TikTok feed will be able to see the whole thing, and the YouTube feed isn't going to be able to see everything. But that's going to just be what ends up, because I think I just need more height with it. We are to the point to where I need to start putting the rails together and onto the, yeah, it's a pretty easy build. I mean, it's not taking me nearly as long as I thought it would. There's still any chocolate on top of it. No. Oh, I have gum. Bazooka gum. That's fantastic. You know when you find gum in your pocket and you just feel like, hey, this is meant to happen. No, it's happening. Right now it is. Oh, it's some hard gum because it's real cold. But delicious. Look at a comic book flip on that. Alright, so these ones are the ones that I used to put on wires. Perfect. Okay, that's easy to know. Next is kind of running out of. Okay, I won't be able to build this thing upwards soon. I'm running out of the tall pieces. There's only so much left. Okay. There we go. More is getting accomplished. you're just tuning in, this is just an old toy that I'm playing with right now. We're building a Marvel set. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of the live stream. I appreciate everybody who's come in. And I look forward to seeing how this build turns out. And if this works, we'll see how everyone reacts to it. Let's see. So, now there's another midsection. Where I need like a 3-piece. Oh, I think this is the last one. So, if I go like that. Oh man. Like that. Oh good, I have one more of those 3 pieces left. It's good to know. I won't use it now, but I'll need to be using it later. And we'll go one here. See what I'm talking about? Now that's where we need to be. We need to be up here. So I need this. Yeah, this is not really good. Okay. Regardless, it'll be better that I work on it over here anyways to show you guys what's going on. We're going to be making this with a ramp going all the way down to pass a marble through this loop. Real simple stuff. Not too complicated. These are the important pieces that are necessary for me to be able to draw strings to each of the tracks, which I just realized right now from looking at the manual. I mean, I haven't played this toy in years, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It's made for kids. It's 6 and plus, so it doesn't take very long to kind of figure out how you're supposed to be using these pieces and whatnot. Hey everyone, welcome on TikTok and on YouTube. And happy being here. I hope you're happy being here too. We're just going to assemble this ramp now and call it a night. So we're approaching the end of the live stream, but you just tuned in at the right time because I think we'll be able to see this thing work. I gotta make sure to use these pieces because they're necessary, and these pieces because they're also necessary. Now we're going to be doing the ramp from up here, and we're going to be using some of the suspension. So just to make sure I got this build right, it actually should be from like up here, which is a little confusing, but that does make sense. So, the next part, wow, maybe I'm missing pieces. It would make sense. This thing was, like, just discovered a couple days ago, but it does look like that there's some pieces that are missing because you can't get as high as you should be able to. Yeah, I'm missing some of the tube pieces. I'm going to need to check on that inventory. But they don't have a sheet at the back. But I need to get this up just a little higher in order to get this to work. And I'm already out of one piece entirely. And according to the build, there should be at least 6 more. But there are no more, so we will just try to get this as tall as it can get. But now that I'm looking at it, we can't even get it as tall as it's telling me to take it. Which is a shame, but also expected to some degree. Well, this is actually pretty good. See, these ones are made so then the wires can also go on them. So we're going to need to use that one later on. This feels wrong. Yeah, this is wrong. In order for me to maximize its height, I do need to be specific about what pieces get used when and where. And it looks like you've got this. Yeah. I do feel like I'm actually missing a good amount of pieces, now that I think about it. Because I didn't even get halfway to the instructed build. Well, I did, actually. It just got a little past halfway, and then I can't go anymore because it's like the pieces that I need don't exist in these boxes now. It makes sense. The box was really cramped between the two things and the attic space of the garage, and it was a nice find. So if you're just tuning in, we were cooking dinner, eating dinner, and now we're in the shed playing with an old toy that I found in my parents' garage over the weekend. And it has a marble set with lots of ramps and wires that you can use to suspend it, but it looks like it's missing some of the pieces, which is proving to be an issue. But we're going to get this build as high as we can so we can just get speed for the ramp to pass through the loop. And the objective now is just to get it to work, not even anything other than that. Nope, not anything other than that. And now we put one of these, which is for the rope to be suspended. I think actually wait, no, that's wrong. Or is it? Oh no, I'm making it my own way. It's wrong. It has to. You might be right too, but it's wrong definitely. Or maybe. I don't know, I gotta decide. Trying to figure out. How am I gonna do this? Let's see. Well, I could just do this right here. No, I gotta do this right here. No, so with the ramp clear, it would clear. All right. Maybe these two should be flipped. No, but not a small one, but still flipped to a certain degree. See how these have a blue one right here, which I can do the ropes down with? I need to actually take this part. I really don't actually know if this is going to work. I haven't played with this set in a while, and I'm realizing there's missing pieces now. But it's not missing that many pieces, and all the pieces look so fresh. It doesn't even look like they're dirty at all. They look pretty much brand spanking new. The grade of the plastic on this is amazing, honestly. Anyways, toys from the 90s were, I guess, built to last. Or some of them were, at least. Now, I don't really remember this part, and I don't really want to read the manual. So let's see if I can figure out how to snap these on. Do they snap on? No, I'll have to figure it out. Okay. So now I have a ramp, right? So I put it on this way. I need to make sure I'm going the right direction. And then it bends down. right? We're going to need it to bend down. In order for that to happen, I'll just keep adding track. In order to do that, though, I need all the pieces that are necessary for me to use up the thing. Oh yeah, I'll show you inside this little bag, or this little box. I need to take a bunch of these out so I can connect multiple tracks together. If you're just joining in, we're just finishing up a build. We built the base, and now we are just connecting the track together and getting the track ready to attach it to this loop. And we're going to send a marble down the track and through the loop. Yeah, I know, right? We're just playing with toys, and you're just joining me to play with toys in my shed. And I've cooked dinner and eaten dinner, and now I'm out here in the shed, and that's just been this live stream tonight. So if you want to see more stuff like this, feel free to follow me. If you don't have time to watch tonight because you're getting to bed, I completely understand. But if you want to tune in tomorrow night, I'll definitely be picking up a storm and eating and doing things again. And you can watch me do those things, and you can be a part of it. It's the beauty of the internet, right? Now we're still building this ramp, but the ramp's actually going a bit faster than I thought it would, and I don't think I need to suspend it with very many wires. I might need to put like maybe one wire up to. Regardless, is actually pretty nice. I'm gonna move some of the stuff. That was Christmas lights. I shouldn't have thrown them. They're probably gonna get tangled again. I spent the time to untangle them earlier this week, and now I'll probably have to do that one more time. All right, we're almost to the point to where. Let me just adjust this track. All right. You can still see me, I can see you. We're just building the ramp actually now. It'll be fun to see if this works. Okay, and now, I feel like that is plenty of ramp to produce the speed that's necessary for the ball to go through the loop. We're gonna find out. I hope so. If it's a failed build, we just learn together, and I'll come back and try again, maybe. All right. Now that that's happened, if I put this here, it's going to be too high and too far away from the table to stay. So what do I do? What do we got going on in here? I can stack some things. I can use the box. Or I can just change how things are laid out. Change how things are laid out. We're just going to do it over here, and we'll also build a ramp. I hope this works out. So, due to space limitations, we are now going to be putting the loop over here. Now the loop is now attached. Okay, but we're not in the clear yet. Now the ramp the ball has nowhere to go once it goes through the loop, and I really should fix that. So what we've got left, we have the churns. We'll use 2 of these. But we'll need to give the ramp, it might need to go up. Like, it might be too great of a speed for me to just let the marble turn to the side. So we're going to build some tracks that I think it'll work. If I can get it too, but I feel like I gotta do this one as well. And then this guy. And now I can use the turn. Perfect. Alright. No, that's too much. I need to like put it inward, yeah, like this. No, it's not letting me stay. It's alright. You can use like other things other than the actual tools. I have like tools on it. What would it work? You know, let's just stay with the plastic because I don't want to break anything. But I would use a clamp to keep this down, which I still feel like I should, but it's plastic. I might break the plastic. Well, let's just adjust this a little bit then. Maybe get where should it go? Should we go through the loop? And it goes this way. I'm still gonna have to use this joint, and I feel like I've gotten it to stay. So now we have this so far. The ramp, the loop, but the track stops right here, and I actually don't know what to do with it. I mean, the barbell will just fall into the box. I guess that's good enough. We're just gonna try to see if the loop works. Thanks for watching, all you fine people. It's nice having you here. Mikey Milwaukee's the moderator. It's too much G-force. You really think so, Mikey? My favorite movie? I don't know. It's hard for me to say. But thanks for asking. I'll think about it. But you think that's too much G-force? Oh, right. I haven't really looked at the chat, but I'll give a glance at it now. I do cook steaks. And thanks for the rose. Thanks for liking the live stream, following the live stream. I appreciate all these people that have sent me heart puffs and gifts and badges. I see that now, and I didn't say anything earlier, but I see and appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys are still here. Follow your heart. I like that you said that. And thanks for watching me. Be sure to follow me. I'm streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube right now. Just checking this thread of conversations. Does your shed have any spiders? The shed has lots of spiders. Legends of the Hidden Temples is the best. I'm happy that Chad was able to relate with me on that one. All right, and I feel like that's as far back as I'll go for right now, but people will black out. It's a marble, but then again, if the marble is a person, you're right, it is too much G-force. But I need to get rid of my gum. Oh, I have another piece of gum. The gum is just starting to get uncomfortable. If you're just joining, thanks for being part of the live stream. I like having you here. Be sure to follow on TikTok and on YouTube. It is where I'm streaming myself. So you can follow me on either of those. I have profiles on both those apps too. You can follow those profiles as well. I make lots of videos on how I do things. So if you want to see me do stuff that's inside the shed and outside of the shed, cooking or eating, any of that type of stuff, I make videos on a daily basis, so you should tune in and see what I'm doing. You can have fun watching me, and I have fun doing things, so I appreciate the support. If you really feel like it, you can go over and follow me on Instagram as well. I'm in 3 different platforms, and I go by Benjamin Mugarichan on all of them. TikTok's the only one that I go by Benjamin.Mugarichan. But all the other ones, it's just Benjamin Mugarichan. And that's a long name, I know. And you're going to just have to spell it on your own. Thumb string. Anyways. You got this. And yeah, I found more chocolate in my pocket. Great thing, chocolate. Delicious. Alright. I think we should try. I think we're going to try. And I also wouldn't know what time it is. No, it's 10:06. Well, we're definitely going to try. And since it's 10:06, I know I've been broadcasting for quite a while, since like 7 o'clock. So I'm getting to that point to where I can wrap up the broadcast and say that I did a long time today and got more experience doing this live stream stuff, which I'm having a lot more fun doing. And honestly, I think I'll be doing it every day. So if you want, you can follow me, come show the support. I mean, I'm going to be trying to do this as much as I can to be an entertainment to you. So if you could support me in any way is extremely, I'm extremely grateful if you decide to support me anyway, if you enjoy this. But regardless, we're going to go back to this build, and I need to find the marbles that came with this thing, because I know that this thing had specific marbles. Okay, only 2. But that's good, but I remember having a bunch of these marbles. But they're like hollow marbles. I have real marbles too, but I remember when I was a kid and I used to build this one, it didn't work with the real marbles. It only worked with the marbles that it came with, which was kind of cheap, but that's okay. We're also going to check to see if it's still glow in the dark, the track that is. So we're going to just take this marble, and you can see the loop right behind me. Alright, so that doesn't work because the ramp is not even. Let me try to fix that first. Of course that makes sense. Because the loop is tilted, because I also brace it over here, it's just not straight, so I need to do it a different way. So if it's like that, and I go... Alright, so it works, the loop that is, but the ball just kind of like drops. Here, I'll show you guys again. So if I take the marble, and I put the marble down the track, oh, well, I mean, it's just right there. I guess that worked. Honestly, it worked a lot better that time than it did the first time. The first time it went all the way up to the top and just fell right here and then was on the ground. And well, the very, very first time that I did it, just a second ago, if you were watching, I'm just recapping what happened. You know, it wasn't straight, so it didn't work at all. But now I have 2 marbles, and let's see what happens when a marble hits another marble. I like that. So I feel like this build actually turned out to be somewhat fun for at least me. I hope you had fun watching me too. It's 10 o'clock and it's Wednesday night, so I think we're going to be calling it a night in just a second. But before that, I'm just going to play with this for a little longer. I mean, excuse me, I broke the rule. But, I mean, it just makes sense to me. I mean, I just finished building it, and honestly, I just like the fact that the loop works. No, you saw that, right? It did it again. Yeah, where it will fly off, but it's like I'm not pushing it. So, I wonder, why did it go back and forth that other time? I'm not putting it in a different place. Oh, there we go. It did it again, where it just rocks back and forth ever so lightly, like a marble should after it's gone through a loop. And we'll do another one. Oh, well, that one didn't work at all. Let's see. Huh. I wonder why that's happening now. Is it moving? It must be. Yeah. But we all saw it work not just a second ago, but a couple of other times. So, we know that this is a success. At the end of the day, this is a triumph over here, where I've actually played with an old toy that is for 6 and up, but still, I was able to make it work. It's for 6 and up, but, you know, it's been stored in my parents' garage for a long time, just kind of wedged between things. So it's nice to see that it still works, but also that a lot of pieces are missing, which is really sad, but okay, but sad, but okay. It's not that big of a deal. There's only 2 of the marbles out of 6 of them left. But it works. You see, it worked again right there, where the marble just goes around that loop. And since we only have 2 marbles, they kind of hang out together. And I feel like we should also check to see, oh, it fell off again. But that's okay, it's still fun. I mean, it's nice having it's nice having like a Christmas toy time going on, because I guess if I was like selling this, I'd be telling people about the product and how great it could be for a 7 or 8-year-old. But it's from 1997, so I don't feel like many kids today are really going to be that tempted into getting this set. There's probably a way cooler set now, but still, this is a really classic toy. It's called the Skyrail. It's suspension Skyrail. It's a toy that's made in Italy, but you know, the kid on the box, he looks like anybody. Looks like he could be anybody. He doesn't look like the nah, the kid's just pretty standard. Anyways, back to playing with this ramp. Oh, it's nice having all you nice people in here. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for being part of the chat. Oh, thanks for saying it looks cool. Yeah, and kids only play with electronics now. I see Mikey Milwaukee laughed at something. You took a nap and I'm still alive. Yeah, Joe, it's good to have you back. Yeah, of course I'm still alive. I could go for probably another hour if I really wanted to, but we are wrapping it up. We just did a build in the shed with an old toy from 1997. It's called the Suspension Skyrail. I do agree with another person that said in the chat that kids don't really play with stuff like this anymore, but I do feel like back in the day this would be a hot toy that people would really want, because I know I did, and I'm pretty sure other people wanted this toy too. It was a suspension glow-in-the-dark rail for you to put marbles down. And we are also going to see if it still glows in the dark. It's been exposed to some light, but I don't think it's going to glow in the dark anymore, but we'll check. But we're just kind of playing with it now. We took the time to make the loop and to make the foundation of the build, which now I could build the other ones, which honestly, I should just build the whole thing and take it to my nieces and take it to my nephew and just kind of pawn it off onto him. I don't really need this anymore, but it is nice that I found it, and it was fun to put together, but I don't know what I'm going to really do with it. I don't really want to store it here. I don't really need this anymore. But it is like, it's a classic. It is kind of fun though. I did kind of expect at this point in my life to already have kids and then to be like giving my kids these toys, but I don't even think my kids would want to play with these toys. I know my nieces and nephews will play with this stuff for like 10, 20 minutes, and then they'll break it, and then they'll try to incorporate these pieces into a Lego set somehow, which it never really works when they do that, but I see them do it all the time. And it's kind of funny. But also at the same time, it kind of feels like there's only a couple of different toys that exist in the realm of children today. And most of those toys all are just playing on an iPad, or have some integration to working with an app on the iPad at the same time as playing with the toy. Oh, I'm being questioned to see if I'm an actual person. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got that down. I can pass those tests because I'm a real person. I'm not a bot. No, I'm not a bot. I'm a real person. And on TikTok and YouTube tries to figure out if I'm actually streaming myself live, I can always pass those tests that confirm that I'm a real person. And that's an accomplishment on my end. Honestly, I can prove that I'm a real person and not be seen as a bot. Now I'm going to just play with this a little bit more. Oh, it didn't go through. I am curious to see if this ramp actually can glow in the dark. So we're going to just shut off some lights in here to see what it looks like. Yeah, imagination combined with toys is something else entirely. Oh yeah, I'm real, Joe. I'm real. I'm a real person, Joe. I can pass those tests. So we're just gonna put this light down and shut this light off. And it doesn't look like it glows in the dark at all. And that is a 0. Oh. Well, of course that happened. Where is... Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Alright, I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, for the last half of the stream, we got some fun lights in the background. It's the wrap down lighting. You know, it's like giving an upbeat light, but really we're toning it down and ending the stream. It's kind of, you know, like if there was music, I guess it would just be like the outro music would be going. But we're still kind of playing with this a little bit. It is getting that time. I'm probably going to be turning in. We're really just kind of winging it, having some fun in the shed. And I'm having fun being here. I hope you're having fun watching. And once again, if you are just tuning in, I'm streaming live on both TikTok and on YouTube. So you can check the chats in both of those. They are both very different. On the TikTok, we got Mikey Milwaukee moderating. Thank you, Mikey, for being here. I really appreciate you moderating, and you're a great moderator. Give him a shout out. Just let him know he's doing a great job. Trying to keep everything safe and civil within the chat. And that's just how it is. It's great being here on my end, and I'm happy that you're happy to be here, because I'm assuming you're happy to be here because you're still watching me. And we're just playing with some toys, and I think I'm going to sneeze, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Yeah, I sneezed. Anyways, bless me, right? It was a pop-up of nowhere. I had no idea it was going to really happen, but I did at the same time. You saw I was just getting ready for it, and it happened, and now it's in the past, and I think it's going to happen one more time. But you know what? It might not. Nope, it might not at all. We're just going to play it a little by little. Just bear with me. If I sneeze again, excuse me, that's my bad. But I'm not sick. I just sneezed because there's a lot of dust in here. Because I'm in the shed, and you're with me in the shed right now on my live stream. So thanks for joining me. Be sure to follow on TikTok, on YouTube, watch my channel, support my profile on TikTok by just liking and sharing any of my videos. Also, go on over to Instagram. You can follow me there, and you can like and subscribe over there too, and just share my videos here and there with whoever you think would be amused by me. I don't want to cram myself into people's, eyes, but if you think someone would find me amusing or would really just like to watch me, feel free to share that video of me with them, so then we can all just be making each other happy, because I'm about positive energy, and I'm trying to make a lot of videos that just, remind people that the internet can be fun, and that we should be having fun on the internet, and it can be really positive. So those are the types of videos I make, and that's what I do in my live stream, and I like to cook in my live stream too, so if you really want, you can just subscribe and tune in on another night and watch me cook and eat with me. That's something that might be exciting to you. Regardless, right now we're in the shed, and we're just playing with an old toy from 1997. It was found in my parents' garage. And I still don't have it right, apparently, but I did get it right, and people have seen that it was right. We're just wrapping up this live stream that's been, streaming for quite a while, actually. I've been streaming for 227 minutes. 227 minutes. That's right, 227 minutes of excitement with me, Benjamin James Finger YouTube, just streaming live here on TikTok and on YouTube. It's been a lot of fun, and I'll be wrapping up the YouTube and TikTok streams at the same time tonight. Usually I do one before the other and kind of review how the other one did. But tonight I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Regardless, I think I'm going to be streaming for just a little longer. We're just going to try to get a loop to work again for those that just tuned in, so you guys can see that I actually put together this sky rail, and it does work. It is an old toy, and it definitely does work. Dang. But it's getting close to working again. I think it's because it moves, and because it moves, it really needs to be straight in order for it to go through the loop. Now, I'm not sure. There we go. I feel like this is where it's going to be. You see, you can feel it when you set it up right. It's like at the right spot. It just works. But it is a lot of fun to actually build these old sky rails. We just did a check to see if it still glows in the dark. It is from 1997, so this is like 30 years old. And it doesn't glow in the dark anymore, unfortunately. So that's something that they could not keep in the quality of their craftsmanship. But overall, I feel like they made a good toy for kids to play with. Or kids back in the 90s. I don't think my nephew would want to put this together. He'd want to play with it for about 5-10 minutes, but then I don't think he'd ever touch it again. He'd like break it, and then maybe salvage the pieces to do other things. But I just don't see him taking the effort to actually build this and to play with it multiple times. It's just not something that kids do anymore. Now that loop was actually pretty cool. Did you guys see that? It didn't make the loop, but it still fell on the track just back where it was. Oh, it's fun times. This is a classic Christmas toy, and honestly, I do remember getting it for Christmas, and I'm happy to be putting it together. We're so close to the holiday season, talking about how I got this for one of my Christmases. Putting it back together has been a nostalgia thing for me, so it was really fun to do this live stream tonight. I appreciate everybody who's taken the time to be part of the live stream and commented in the comments below. I hope I answered pretty much everyone's questions. I'll look at the chat again in just a second, but I just want to wrap up the live stream actually right now saying it was a lot of fun doing it, and I have a great time doing it. I'm looking forward to doing it again. So if you want to support me and make it easier for me to keep doing this stuff, you just have to push like and share it with other people and subscribe or just follow me. Really, honestly, you don't got to do much. Just let me know that you enjoy watching these things, and be sure to come back and watch me again. And tomorrow I'll be cooking, tomorrow I'll be eating, tomorrow I'll be doing something too. So if you want to join me and just kind of hang out with me, that's something that's an option for you. You just have to subscribe or follow me, and be sure to check in on me again, and we can just have a lot more adventures together. Regardless, those of you on YouTube, thank you for watching me. And I really appreciate seeing everybody coming into the chat and being real nice, and messages that were restricted. I see that did happen, and it's just happening. But I do like that someone took the time to restrict that message. That was the YouTube feed. Over here on TikTok, just got to acknowledge that Mikey Milwaukee is a great moderator. Thank you, Mikey. You're doing a fantastic job. Let me just see what's going on with Joe. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Have you launched the car yet? No, we did the loop. It worked. It did, but you know, I think I can make it a lot better. But it is nice to see everyone's here, and I just went through all the different things that people have said. Looks like we're all good. I've addressed everyone that said something on both TikTok and on YouTube in the chats. I've answered all the questions, and it was really fun doing this live stream tonight. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time too, and I hope you're wrapping down your night and getting ready for bed and getting ready to start the next day, because tomorrow is Thursday and this was Wednesday, and it was fun being with you this Wednesday night. Thank you for letting me in your space. And I hope that you enjoyed being in my space, where we were inside cooking, and then we were out here just playing video games. And you can watch my new videos and whatnot, and I got a lot going on these platforms, so be sure to follow and watch my videos, share my videos with whoever you think would also like them, and be sure to push like and be a part of my community. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you for taking the time to be a part of the live stream, and I hope you have a great night. I know I'm going to have a good night, and get yourself a good night's sleep and have a good tomorrow. See you all. It's been nice, and I hope you have a good night's rest. Ending that one, and ending this one.